I am the best.
How's it been going?
Oh, it's been all right. Just uh, Mondays are kind of sucky as usual, but
Oh,
for the most part, it's actually going pretty well. I reached out to some local leaders in the area to
okay.
do a one-on-one interview with them, kind of like what you did with Charlie. However, I stick to text-based interviews. It just seems easier. So you can look forward to that. I'm still working some details out with this particular individual, but he
Uh,
is running for office in our local area.
oh, cool.
Anyway, how did the interview go with Charlie? Because that's what I'm more interview or more interview. That is what I'm more interested in. How was it? I
Oh,
could
it was a blast.
let's
I was
say
glad to do
I will say you seem like you were having just a time of your life.
it. Well, I tell you what, I feel like now that it's happened, now that it's already been done. I mean, I look back on it and I'd say, well, there's things I probably could have done a little differently, or whatever. Other questions I probably could have asked, but
Hmm.
I'll be seeing him on Saturday. So I'm gonna be going to the event on Saturday.
There you go.
So there'll be a part two when we get there. So
There you go. No, well, that's kind of just the way things go, though. We always look back on things and we're like, ah, shit, could have done something better, could have done that better. But
yeah.
sometimes don't let perfect be the enemy of good or good be however that however that
Hey, I'm just glad we got to do it on
thing
my
works.
birthday. It meant more because we got to do it on my birthday.
Yes,
So I
yes.
was very happy about that because I've been getting a lot of happy birthdays today from a lot of people, and included. So I figured it's the best way to. It's a marketing gimmick, pretty much is what it is.
Yeah.
You want people to watch your show or watch the interview. Make sure it's on your damn birthday. Make sure you do something big on your birthday that you never thought you'd do. So, but
Excuse me, I had a burp.
tonight we're going to be joined, or well, I should say, what's up, everybody? This is a pre-show, by the way, so we're not live yet. We're just starting early because we have two guests tonight. So
Ooh,
at
what?
6:30, we're having my boss from the Seven Clans Casino on the show.
I
I
got
know
some
it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I know. It's like what? Yeah. Why is
no,
your
I
boss
got
from?
I got some questions I need to ask. Is it a him or a her?
It's a him.
Okay. So then I need to ask him, like, has he like had to, like, you know, cut people off, be like, all right, you've won enough. You know too much. Yeah, just cut him
Well,
off.
we want to make sure that we're asking professional questions, just so you know. I mean, I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. He loves to have fun and everything, and loves to have a little nonsense or whatever. I get what you're saying, but just just keep your questions professional. That's all I ask. You
Ah,
know,
well, darn it.
so
You
try to
want
rearrange your words to make it sound more professional. Then it'll probably work. That's all.
all right, I'll have to think about that one.
I mean, you probably
Uh,
were good with Yahtzee or Scrabble or words, unscrambled words, probably, or maybe. I don't
I'm sorry,
know.
say that again.
You ever play Scrabble or Yahtzee
Oh
or no
yeah,
Scrabble, the
yeah, yeah,
word
yeah,
game?
yeah, 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 yeah. I have.
Yeah, yeah.
I suck at it.
Oh, well, I do too. What's up, Mama T? Nice to finally see you. It's been like forever. I thought you died or something.
Happy
Oh
birthday
boy.
to you. Oh my
Oh
God.
boy.
Okay, I
Is
won't
this
then. Never mind.
is this where I get a nip slip a little bit or what? Or am I supposed to show you my nipples?
Oh,
Or is Zach supposed to show us his nipples?
oh my. Here we go.
I'm showing
Already.
people nipples.
Already the
No, no.
picture.
Sean, I do have to ask. So, what are you 41 now? So,
Yeah,
all right. So, we're gonna have to hire in some male strippers to give you some spankings, huh?
male strippers.
Male
Wow.
strippers.
Is that what you said? Male strippers?
Well,
Shoot.
you see, they're cheaper. That's why.
Ah, what the hell?
I'm working on a budget, man. What do you want from
Get him some
me?
cheap strippers. There,
Mama T won't do it for me, so I just have to. I guess I'll have to take what I
there's
can
like
get.
this crew that goes out actually. They're like Chippendales. I've got their flyer here somewhere.
The only
You could set
Chippendales
it
I
up.
know, the only Chippendales I know is a damn cartoon. So that's all I know.
Rescue Rangers.
That's right. That's right. But Monterey Jack and everything. He was a head mouse, I think, or
Zach, you literally just about made me spit my beverage all over my screen.
And what type of beverage are we having tonight?
Well, it's a combination of things.
Okay.
I didn't have mix,
Be right
and
back.
I had a drink that was in the fridge, but the pop went flat.
Okay.
So I added cold water and Mio.
Okay. That sounds like a weird combination.
It's pretty weak, but it should get me through the show, I think.
Because it's as sober as we can be. For my birthday.
I don't know why, but for some reason I always feel like you make me want to drink. I don't know, dude.
Oh, you make me want to do things too.
Oh my God, here we go.
Put my head in the toilet.
Or you the oven or.
Oh yeah, in the oven. Yeah, I want to cook myself. 50 degrees.
You want me to buy you a toaster for the bathtub for your birthday?
I don't have a toaster. But I don't need it.
Yeah, but do you have a bathtub toaster?
Oh no. I don't eat toast in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just trying to make it sound more kiddish. She wants to kill me on my birthday, ladies and gentlemen. That's what she's saying. I will electrocute it in time because it's Halloween coming up. Well, anyway, I hope you've been doing okay. I did watch your show yesterday and a little bit. I'm still a little puzzled by some things what you do on the show. I figured maybe I need to be your coach. I think when it comes
what are you confused about?
Well, I'm just like I feel like you kind of. I don't want to put you on the spot either, just because you got a good format. I mean, the idea of what you're doing is great. Because it's wonderful what's going on. I just feel like you get a little stir crazy a little bit sometimes. You know what I mean?
I freeze up and I forget what to ask.
You freeze up, yes. And it's not just your connection; it's actually just you.
No, I know. That's why I've got all these flashcards in case I forget to. I know there's a lot of dead air. Yesterday was an off day, dude. You know what yesterday was?
Well, it's a pre-recorded day.
No, yesterday was the 2-month anniversary.
Oh, so you celebrate every 29th?
So I was kind of having a rough day yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And the pre-record was only because he was in Germany, and 5 p.m. would have been midnight for him.
Sure. What time did you record the episode?
3
in the afternoon.
3:30. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what time would it have been then?
And then my second guest got too drunk during the Vikings game.
See that's what kind of pisses me off too a little bit. Well, I would be totally pissed if this happened to me all the time because it seems like it happens to you a lot. And again, I'm not trying to call you out or whatever because, like I said, you got a good idea. Your format's wonderful. People need to commit to you. If they're going to be on your show, you need to find out like 24 hours in advance to make sure they will be on your show.
Well, what am I going to do? Charge them a fine for not showing up?
Yes. I mean, that's embarrassing. I mean, this happened how many times ago?
And that's why I like having Jeremy on, because if something like that does happen, he can just throw something in. Okay, if I can find out within an hour before the show that I'm not having a guest, or that the guest might not show up, now he knows how to grab something from before.
Yes, but that's kind of the lazy person's way out. If you're trying to do a show and you want to bring new content to your viewers, you got to be committed. No, none of this laziness where we're just going to play an episode from last week or play it from last season. The season hasn't been a few months since that episode.
What was I supposed to do? That dude didn't want to talk. I couldn't fucking talk to the
talk about yourself then. Put yourself on the spot. Make yourself the star for the hour.
He obviously couldn't talk about himself.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Because I believe in you. I really have faith that your heart's in the right place as far as.
You just think I'm lazy though.
I was green too at one time, but I was hungry. I still am hungry. I should be like full, but I'm not. This is like this is what I want.
I know what I want. I just haven't had much of a mojo for it lately.
Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm just trying to motivate you. Is all.
I'm slowly getting up. I'm slowly standing back up, and
yes, you are.
The reason we played the episode we did was because that guy Steamer actually brought up ABIK.
Oh,
the first guest's business.
okay.
Yeah, that's why we picked that interview.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't just we just grabbed some random crappy interview
So
from
you actually
before.
put
It
some.
actually tied in.
So you put some thought into it. Is what you're
Yeah.
trying to say. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, I'm looking out for your success is all. Because when you go to Grand Forks, I don't know how you're gonna. You have a. Are you gonna be like, in your room, kind of like how you are now, just
We're
doing the show, or
what we're gonna do one of those Kickstarters or a GoFundMe or something so I can get some better equipment, like a decent laptop and
do you think that's gonna
maybe a
work?
camera or
Well, you
something.
better be having cancer or something, or getting a car wreck so you get the money. That's the only way if everybody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna give you free money.
On a Kickstarter, they might if they like. We've got a good fan. We got a decent fan base. I mean, if we can get it out there
Have
enough.
you seen the views of how many views you get? Every so often.
Not once in a while, yeah. Some episodes way
Yeah.
more than others, but I'm only checking certain platforms, and I know it's on a bunch of other different platforms too.
Oh, so
What's
you
up with?
got it. You got it on other things, other
Yeah,
platforms. Oh, okay, okay,
everywhere.
okay.
It's everywhere. It's
I just thought you had it
iTunes.
on Facebook and YouTube, but I guess it was
No,
okay,
iTunes, Spotify,
okay.
um, Podbean, um, Amazon UK.
Is that because of Best Source? Are they putting it on there for?
No, that's what Jeremy's been doing from the
Oh,
start.
okay, okay, all right, well, okay.
And it's
Hey,
on a bunch of platforms I've never even heard of, so I don't even check.
okay, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot. I was surprised how many there are. Well, like I said, I wasn't trying to roast you or anything. I just want to make sure
Being
you're on
honest,
the right
being you,
direction.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
used to it.
I want you to be honest with me. I mean, if I
What's
suck,
up with
tell me.
Zach? Is he like was he frozen or what
No, he's well,
does he just free
I'm right here.
he's a good listener. I mean,
I'm
no, so
I'm
he's
Oh,
a
you're
I,
just like on the phone or what?
no, he's a truck driver. He's out in his
Oh
truck.
yeah. That's right. He's driving a grippy gold truck.
You watched last week's episode, you know that. You could have joined
I
us.
did, but not but
You had a headache or something. You missed
yeah,
out on the interview that you were looking forward to
I
being a
know
part
what
of.
it
She would have
was.
loved to talk to you because that would have been your star moment right there.
Oh
Talk to Tracy because she was wonderful.
yeah.
I love Tracy.
Yeah, like I'm really bummed that I missed that one. But
Well, you're there in spirit.
and then see the fibromyalgia, sometimes it just kicks my ass, and the more stress I'm under.
Well, eat more fiber, I guess.
Yeah, you should see my fridge right now.
Yeah, my fridge is that way too. I gotta go grocery shopping. I haven't went properly grocery shopping yet because I'm gonna get some birthday money coming up here soon, so I get extra from what I have that I'll be able to. But I gotta pay my phone bill again, but Straight Talk it's due here in a couple of days. And then my brother, he's gonna come visit, but he wants to borrow some money from you, so we'll see what goes on. But yeah,
can I borrow some money from you? I mean, if everybody's doing it.
Zach, I don't even know you. Who are you?
I'm
No,
just some
and,
guy in
You're a
your head.
writer
and you know what?
from up north.
I'm glad that you're on the shows there, Zach, because next week I definitely need at least you two, and then anybody local that wants to be part of the show. I got a person in mind that I'm going to have as one of the co-hosts for me. Because I'm hosting it and everything, but like, we're gonna try to get a few local people on the spot. So that if Sam can't, doesn't want to be on, that's okay for that episode of Anthony. And I want it to be more of a local thing because it's these guys are willing to come on the show. I know Michael Lawrence very well. I know his family. I've known him for years. Brian, I don't know that well. I just met him just the other day from being a part of the wrestling event in Destination Pro because he knows the campuses very well. So
Oh, I got a guest coming up you might be interested in, and I'm gonna try and get him to cross over
like he's gonna come back from the dead.
and do ours.
Okay,
His name is Terry Goodsky. He works for Niji Radio, but he was also into the WWF for a long time.
Oh
okay.
my.
And he did a lot of things for kids, like getting them off drugs and alcohol and stuff.
Oh yeah, because back in those days they were doing a lot of those type of campaigns. Really, like back in the
I
'90s,
think he would. I think he would be a good crossover guest.
every almost every episode had to do something. But you watch a commercial and don't do drugs, kids.
We got to get Mad Dog on for that episode,
There's
though.
no hope. There's no hope
Let
with
me look and
goats.
see. I've got him scheduled for October 13th at 5 p.m. on my show.
Okay,
Maybe I can get him for the 14th.
How do you know him then? How do you know him? You can
How do
tell
you
me.
think I know him? He runs a
You-
radio station.
Okay, but like I've never heard of the guy, so I just
They're
like I
little
wanted.
Bobby. I actually
Okay.
remembered.
Did you
I
work with
actually thought of this guy because
did you work with
of
Charlie at all? With Charlie Thunder? Or
this this is the reason I thought of having this guy on.
oh,
I found that in the cupboard and I was like, hey, wait a minute, don't I know a guy
Yeah.
from there?
Okay. So he's from like Minnesota and he used to work with the WWF. The World
He's
Wrestling Federation, not the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yep.
Okay. Just so we get the right thing. So when we interview him, it's like, yeah, like we're supposed to talk about panda bears or whatever and giraffes.
He's actually got a belt.
Oh, okay. Did he actually wrestle too, or
Yeah.
did he? Okay.
Yeah, he was a wrestler. I don't know what his name was.
Was he a
I don't
jobber?
remember.
Was he one of those? Was he a jobber? Like somebody who just been there to take a beating and lose and would still get paid?
Do you get a belt doing that?
No.
Typically, no.
No. I just said he got a belt.
Oh, okay. I'll do.
He even brought it to the bar once.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll do some research on it. That's that'll be fun.
Terry Good Sky. Look him up on Facebook.
We'll have a good day with Good Sky. How's it going, Sam? We're talking about next week's show, by the way, because tonight we have two guests on, but we have my boss from the casino is coming on our show here in about an hour. That's why we're going early right now. We're not live yet. So we're still doing a pre-show, but Verdell Bulow, he's going to be on the show. He's the general manager for the Seven Clans Casino, and he's gonna, he has some stuff prepared that he wants to talk about since we rebroadcast on Grand Forks Best Stores.
Yeah, that was a good interview, by the way.
Well, thank you. I do my best work in the morning.
That guy's funny. I was really hoping I could be part of that interview. I thought you meant we were having him on the show tonight, and I was like, oh, I got to get my mama my Mama T. It's Taco Tuesday, kiddo. You want some tacos or some tortillas?
Well, see, that's originally that's what we were going to do, but his agent said that nights don't work for him that much, so I had to do it during the day because Rob asked me. Rob Fairbanks, we have Res Reporter on tonight because we're still promoting the show, but Rob Fairbanks is going to be on our guest tonight. Res Reporter. I just saw him at the casino this weekend. For the fourth time since he's been on the show, and of course he doesn't get a hold of me and tell me he's going to be there. So I have to find out on social media that he's at the water park where I'm on break or whatever. But he spent the night and we hung out and we talked about tonight and yeah, he's looking forward to the thing.
I still want a Wiener Water shirt, Wiener Water soup shirt.
I'll get you a Wiener shirt.
Wiener Water soup.
Sambo makes
not something out from under your pillow.
Did I say it was actually be a real wiener? It could be a hot dog. So anyway, so Res Reporter and my boss from the casino are going to be our guests tonight. But next week is going to be the special local edition of Renegade Radio. So Sam, I don't know if it even interests you at all to even be a part of it next week because it's all going to be mostly local politics. We're doing the you got to turn your audio on there.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I mean, not to tell you don't have to be on, but I figured.
Yeah, sure. I know how you are.
No, I mean,
happy birthday.
Well, thank you. I figure, well, we'll give you a day off or whatever, or a night off, so you can do whatever Stream Sam does, during Monday nights when you were free before.
Yeah, what a jerk this guy, Sam. I tell you what, I started doing my Marilyn Monroe impression, singing happy birthday to him, and he cut me off.
I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was just like, it wasn't prepared, and you didn't finish it. Then I started talking all dirty to you and stuff,
Yeah, lucky I didn't finish the story the song.
I said, where am I going to get a dip slip, or is that something I have?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, I can't.
And Sean's the guy who was telling me, like, hey, you got to be professional. Meanwhile, he's over here like, do I get my dick sucked?
Yeah, as soon as all the rest of it shows up.
When we're live, we're not live yet. When we're this is the pre-show. Anything can happen in the pre-show. Hey,
I know. Didn't Bobby moon us once in the pre-show?
Yeah, I can't be horny on the pre-show.
Oh, I guess I should ask.
I guess it's more normal if I'm on the show and you're horny, and than when I'm not.
Well, I'm not going to be horny for anybody else.
What the hell did I
do? For fuck's sake.
I'm just being funny. I'm just being.
Hello, happy birthday, boy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Father. I appreciate
I'm going to celebrate with you.
Oh, well, see, I don't drink it all, so, but
That's okay. That's okay.
We'll drink for you.
That's right.
I get a Bitsy for you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of backwash there.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I got a question for you, since I didn't ask the last time, and I don't want to accidentally get you canceled. I know, like, I have that effect on people. So
wonderful.
So what is good for broadcasting? Like, is there any cuss words or things we can't say? Or
oh, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Honestly.
It never used to be that way here.
Oh, you gotta watch. So my producer made this promo because we had the Renegade radio takeover of The Buzz with Mama T, where I interviewed the both of these guys, right?
Yeah.
And my producer made a Renegade radio ad, and on this ad, you hear Sam say something about it being the best show out there, best podcast out there, or something, and then all you see is different clips of all of us getting bleeped.
Yeah,
one of the panel members
like that.
Getting bleeped.
Yeah, he did that all himself. I was surprised. He showed me afterwards. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's why
fake news media always want to censor us.
That's why
it's just TikTok. So I made a post on TikTok one day, and I happened to have a cigarette in my hand, and I took one drag of the cigarette, and my cigarette was off camera. It was only like a 30-second clip. And I took one drag of this, and I got flagged. Nobody can see it because it contains cigarette smoking. And I was like, what? Wow, really?
Are you sure?
You're not safe for TV. We can't advertise you.
No.
This was when?
I'm not safe for work.
How recently was this? How recently are you not allowed to smoke?
Just last week. I think it was last week or the week before. I posted something to TikTok. Yeah.
Well, there's your first mistake, was posting to TikTok.
I don't have Instagram, and I don't really do what's that other one? There's another one the kids are into nowadays, like
Rumble or something, or
I don't even know.
Oh, the Talk.
You know what they say?
Trump.com, you can write anything you want.
Truth.social.com.
That's right.
Oh, jeez.
Is it
talk about grabbing girls in the pussy? I don't care. Talk whatever you want.
I'm just getting the live ready here for you guys.
One of these days, me and Sam just have to have a whole show, just us going back and forth with our impersonations.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys kind of had that last week. I remember everybody was going at it.
Everybody liked that. Everybody liked that.
You think Sam Kinison and Trump would have?
Huh?
What kind of conversation do you think Trump would have with Sam Kinison?
Trump, what are you going to do tonight? Well, I'm going to grab some girls by the pussy. I don't know.
No. I'm going to go to McDonald's. We're going to get some fantastic Big Macs with the extra sauce.
I like Permane Brothers in Pittsburgh banning our future vice president Vance
And saying it was a week before they had Carmela in there, and they threw everybody out of the restaurant. And that Carmela, or whatever her name is, and her crew in. And then when Vance showed up, they threw him out.
Oh,
So we are now banning Permane Brothers in Pittsburgh. Matter of fact, the Steelers game yesterday is usually packed. It was empty.
Wow.
So woke, go broke.
That's crazy.
I saw a little bit about that. I saw that they put out like an official statement about how like they showed up unannounced and they had like a crew with them, but I don't know anything else much more besides that. So if they kick them out, then yeah, that's kind of a shitty thing. Like whether you agree with the people there or not, it's just kind of like, hey, they're paying customers.
Yep.
Well, I heard he ended up buying everybody's dinner in there and tipping the bartender yet.
Jeez, that's pretty nice of him to do that.
Yeah. I mean, that sucks, man.
Yeah,
that's being the bigger person there, I tell you.
Huh?
Oh, I gotta leave. Okay, well, I'll just pay for everybody's dinner and
because he did that for I guess publicity on being our future vice president. You know, you can't blame him. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. People are, just, the guys try to be nice and everything. I don't think it's just to win votes. I think he just do it because he really. I mean, I've saw lots of videos of him, saying how much he really likes people. Maybe he wasn't a people person back in the day when he was just, living the way he lived. But now that he's been president, he's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So,
Yeah, Dan O'Keefe even said, "Fuck Permane Brothers, they suck."
I don't know, man. I that sucks. I guess I haven't watched it. But if that happened,
we don't have those separate restaurants in our area, as far as I know.
Oh no!
I wish I could see the comments. You're gonna have to keep us updated here, Sam.
Yeah, no, it's hard. You give me a hard job tonight.
Are you sending me the link there, birthday guy?
Sure, I can send you the link. Absolutely. I just got. I sent it to Renegade Radio page right now. I'll send it to you next year. Oh, there. Okay, let's see. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my interview. If you watched it, I don't know if you did or not. I'm sure, Lance, you haven't even watched it yet because I haven't sent you the link to the Charlotte. No. I'm not. Well, you always say that. I'm not trying to. I'm not. It's not because I didn't want to send you a link. I'm going to send you the link.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Charlie Barron's interview I did earlier today. The Midwestern guy.
Yeah, oh, you betcha.
Oh, you betcha.
Goddamn, you betcha. It's Czechoslovakia,
Well, then I would have loved to have seen it.
Well, I'm sending it to you. I'm just trying to let everybody know, what they thought about it, or ask what they thought about it.
Did you know that apparently he has a podcast? I forget who with it's called Belly Up or something like that.
You betcha, I think. Or as far as the You Betcha crowd. The guys, his friend. Well, his friend. What is it? His friend Miles is from Fargo, so it's not. He's not that far from us. He comes to Fargo all the time.
Yeah, Fargo did. Yeah, Fargo.
So there you go. There. That's the first one.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome. And I'm going to send you.
Can't watch it while you're on a show.
I'm just getting this all done, then I'll focus on what I need to focus on.
Do we need to claim Fargo as Midwestern? I feel can we like
well, we're more
cut
north,
that out?
We're more north than they are. That's what I kind of find funny about it. It's like that's what I told Charlie. I said, your buddy is less north than we are. We're more north.
Yeah, I'm heard. I wasn't asked to be on a show today. I'm a comedian. And you want a comedian on a show with a comedian?
Well, we needed a good comedian, though.
Oh, you ass! I see that picture.
Wow.
I didn't say that, by the way. That's his.
That was a kick in my nuts. Thanks a lot, Zach.
Yeah, hey, I would never say that.
Fake truck drivers all are the same. Fake news.
Fake news. It's
Kono's illegal immigrants across the border. I know you're working for Karma, Leon.
You want that caramel?
I got the snow Mexicans in the back of my truck.
No, come on, we did that. You got to come up with new
Danielle,
material now.
Daniel, happy birthday to Sean. I went to high school with this legend.
My legend.
Is it Danielle? Danielle
Legend.
Danielle Bufflin.
Yeah.
Bufflin, yeah. I know it's hard to pronounce if you're not used to that pronunciation.
Yeah, it's not by Fuglin.
It's Bufflin.
Yeah.
I graduated second grade. What do you expect?
Well, you should graduate high
Holy
school.
buckets.
Yeah, thanks, Danielle. I'd love to see that. You said you put me on some celebrity list, which I'm surprised that you did that for birthdays. You should send me the list or whatever. Send me a copy of it or send me a PDF of it or something. I'd love to see it.
We need to get a full page spread of you in like a
Oh,
celebrity magazine then.
Why?
With the chest hair and the beard and everything.
I have no chest hair. I guarantee you that. I barely have anything. My brother's more hairier than I am.
Oh,
Well, we might have this calendar going next door. So I was over at my friend's down the street, and
What's up, Antique Baby?
was over there having a few drinks, and
Hi.
then I told him I was
Hi.
out of coffee grounds, and he said, "Well, you should come over to the shop. It's right across the street here. You should come over to the shop for coffee. We'll have the coffee ready by 7 o'clock." I was like, "Yeah, but then I'd have to get dressed. I mean," he's like, "No, you wouldn't." I'm like, "Oh my God, you want more business, not less business." And he starts laughing and he said, "No, they'd be lined up around the street. We could start a calendar."
Oh, so he's talking about getting naked and having a calendar about the calendar of being naked, right? For the little city of Macintosh. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see
Hey,
that.
Danielle said we don't record our shows. Sorry.
Well, you should. Why don't you record your shows? That's stupid. Everybody, you don't want to have an archive of the stuff that you've done? Yeah, that's why I keep everything I've ever done. Everything. I learned that a long time ago. Always keep the stuff that always keep your work.
I got
good or
tapes. I got tapes in my shows. I got DVDs in my shows. I just don't know how to put them online.
Well,
I don't know how to work my website.
well, how's it going there, Antique Man? It's good to see you on the birthday episode. How you been?
Yeah, well, thank you and happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
41 years. That's something, 41 years. I can't even remember being 41.
That's like 30 years,
anyway.
31 years away from you now, huh? Is that
Yeah,
how old you are?
good luck.
Lance, I saw you looking. If you're interested, I know he'll send it to you.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, jeez.
I saw you looking.
I'm sure Lance has his own porn section.
Look at that. That looked interesting.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renegade Radio. I'm your host with the most and the birthday boy for tonight, anyway. Until maybe we'll have another birthday boy next week, maybe, or whatever, or some other episode, anyway.
Oh, how many birthdays? You celebrate for 2 months?
I celebrate I celebrate all months because I love myself that much. Because why not?
Nobody else does.
I am so sick and tired of hearing people say it's just another day. It's just another day. No, it's not. It's your fucking birthday. You celebrate.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like a milestone birthday, like 50 or something.
Well,
but
shut up. Shut up. Oh,
okay, bye.
You're over the hill, right? Yeah.
Wait till he gets my age. He won't be celebrating.
Oh, I'll be celebrating.
40s are good, man.
Hey, I'll celebrate with a bag of Viagra if I have to.
Tony said hi.
Oh.
Hello, Sean.
Hi. Which Tony? Is it Tony Brazier?
No, not Tony. Did I say Tony?
Yeah.
Cody.
Okay. Cody Skalski.
Yeah.
Him and his brother Michael always watch all the time. They're loyal viewers anyway, which we appreciate, Anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody who has sent birthday wishes. I mean, it's been fun on Facebook. It's always fun this time of year because you kind of have an idea who's going to send you birthday wishes, and then it's always exciting when people you don't expect, send you birthday wishes. I have got a birthday wish from Kevin Pike, and he's the guy who created turned the DeLorean into the time machine, Back to the Future.
Wow.
I have a Kevin Pike story. Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's funny. That's a wow.
Well, I've never had him on the show. I would love to, but he says he doesn't really do interviews as much anymore. So
go then, Lance.
Yeah, he does. He wouldn't. I couldn't be on that show. So I mean, but
is it a bad
that's
story?
good that he wished you a happy birthday.
Why wouldn't you be able to be on the show? You're a little bit of Hollywood in you.
No. It's him and I don't see eye to eye.
Flash.
Okay, this is interesting now.
Now I got to hear the story.
Yeah, what was
drama?
Did you marry his wife or what?
several years ago, he had started a type of a artist management company.
Okay.
And he signed me and my partner at the time.
Leon?
And we had kind of gone over to this other side and we're negotiating this project. He jumped in. We lost work because of him, because of his, I guess, what I would call lack of finesse or anything. But It's just not real positive. It got real shitty at the end, and it was really unfortunate. But
I thought this was supposed to be a funny story.
Yeah.
No. It's not.
Thought where you accidentally
Not funny.
I thought where you accidentally got married to his wife or something.
Right? That's what
No, I think he's done with all that.
Accidentally kidnapped him in a trunk or something.
Or stole his DeLorean or something. I don't know.
I would have been the guy in the trunk.
You don't think you would have stolen his DeLorean? Maybe you could drive it. And you don't think it would spin?
No, I've been in one, but I haven't driven one.
I've never been in one. I would love to see one. I know when Terry and Oliver Holler were going to what was it? They were going to South Dakota for one of their trips, and I remember hearing about that. And we were talking before at that time. I was with them, and they said, "Well, if you guys come to Rapid City, let me know, and we'll get together because I'd love to see your car because they were driving all around the USA to raise money for Parkinson's, and I think they still do that from time to time. But I never got to meet them, so they were kind of a hurry.
I noticed your wall looks different lately, Sean. What you got up there?
My wall?
Yeah, is that new?
We acknowledged that last week when you were not here. If you would watch the episode, you would know we were acknowledged.
Shame to fuck on you.
Just throwing the shade. Don't miss episode with this guy. My God.
When you turn 41, you automatically turn into an asshole.
I'm just being funny. It just a little bit of extra sugar from.
We're all going on strike next week. We ain't going to be on the show. None of us.
Well, that's fine because I won't need. Well, I need a couple of you.
Yeah, we're done.
Well, anyway, yes, the wall. Yes, I added Sam's photo. If you probably noticed that right away. I still don't have a frame for it, but I will get a frame eventually. I know you had yours up before mine. So
you want me to send you a frame? Let me send you a
high quality frame made from Chinese people, like literally from Chinese hands and everything. Yeah. Anyway,
and you know what they say about hands.
Milk, lemonade, round the corner, fudge is made. So there you go. There's your poem for the day. Anyway, what I was going to say is, well, welcome to Renegade Radio, first of all. I'm your host, Frank Slauson. We've already covered that. We got Zach today. We got Mama T, Screaming Sam, Lance Warlock, and Antique Man. And it's probably, I don't know if Anthony's going to, he hasn't gotten a hold of me to say if he's going to show up. I did send him the link. So if he decides to make
He's been hurting pretty bad.
Okay.
He fell or something and cut his leg open.
Oh,
again?
No.
Again?
Oh, no. I mean, that was last week, I think, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like,
but something happened the other day, I guess, and he has to stay in bed for, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
he might come on, though. You know him.
I sent him the link anyway, because most of he always freaks out if we don't send him the link. So,
I know.
Our thoughts and prayers with him anyway. That's
He'll be damned and condemned.
Yeah,
every show. Will someone send me the link?
What are we talking about?
Talking about Antique Man. We're talking about you, Antique Man, and your.
Oh, okay. It's good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyway, and then we got Lance Warlock and we got Antique Man. Tonight's show, we're going to have two guests on. That's why we're starting as we have. Yeah. There you go. We got my boss from the general manager of the Seven Clans Casino, Verdell Bilo, wants to come on and do like a little public address, we'll say. It's not really an interview per se. It's more or less just he wants to spend a few minutes with us because we air the show on Grand Forks Best Source on Saturdays, and he's also going to share it on the casino's website or their Facebook page. So we may get some new viewers, because of that.
He wants free advertising, is what you're saying?
Well, he said he finds he finds this show resourceful.
Oh, that's awesome! I'm glad. I hope he's watching.
It's because
it's good marketing.
Yes, and he says because we're allowed him to do things that most radio stations would not give him the time of day to do. So I said, hell yeah,
advertise for free.
Well,
for real though.
I guess that's what it is. But but he wants.
Isn't it any interview free advertising?
Pretty much.
For real.
It's free promotion.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But
remember,
anyway,
folks, ScreamandSam.com.
That's right.
LittleBobbyBuzz.com.
That's our sponsor today. Scream and Sam and Little Bobby Buzz. Anyway, and then tonight at 7:00, after Verdell is done with that, we're going to have the return of the Res Reporter, Rob Fairbanks, and we're going to continue to promote the big event with Charlie Barons this Saturday night at the Sanford Center in Bemidji, and I plan to go to that. It'll be a good time, and I can't wait. Already on the guest list already, So I'm pretty excited about that. But tonight, it's just it's a birthday episode, and the first part of business I want to get to, because I've been holding this for a little while, because somebody sent me something, and I
take your hand off of it and wash your hands, and then.
Oh Jesus!
Hey, you know what they say? If you hold it in too long, it'll just turn into shit.
I hope this doesn't turn to shit because somebody.
Okay, what you got?
Somebody sent me a package. I don't know who, but one of you guys did anyway. I'm just trying to figure out who it could be. I don't know.
I know who it was.
Was it you?
Antique Man.
No.
I don't know. I mean, Mommy, she's always sent me weird packages in the mail all the time.
Do you hear ticking?
Well, one time I thought it was a dildo.
Ticking. Yeah.
It's a watch.
Yeah, tick 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 tick. Yeah,
I know who sent it to me, and now I'm opening it up here. Let's see. It's from Lance. Lance sent it to me. He sent it to me in the mail, and he told me a week ago that he was going to do this, but I didn't know he was going to send me like pads, though, like tampons or whatever, diapers, Band-Aids.
Oh God! I hope if that's diapers, you put it on. You demonstrate for us. That'd be great.
Yeah, for real. I think that would
show and tell.
That would really throw in that comedy angle for the show that we really need. Because I don't think we're funny enough. There's not enough shtick. I think
not enough shtick. Well, let's get to the big part first. I see some other things in here too.
Well, I know where we're not going.
Well, it is something big, but not what you're thinking. Calm down.
I definitely wasn't thinking that when you said big.
Keep drinking your alcohol.
Does it go?
It's not going to last, though.
Oh, geez.
I severely misjudged how long that giant glass was going to last.
You brought me Bigfoot. Wow, this is actually pretty cool.
Oh, wow,
How Pacific Northwest is that?
Yeah,
my brother would love that.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
That is from the headquarters specifically.
Yeah, it says Funko headquarters exclusive limited. Wow.
My brother believes in the Bigfoot.
Yeah, and it comes just like they all do with the when did they change all their addresses? Oh yeah, it's still on there. Wetmore Avenue, Everett, Washington. Well, I appreciate that, Lance. Thank you. I figured you were gonna give me something like Halloween-y, like I knew it'd be a Funko Pop. I figured that, but I wasn't
that's
sure.
Halloween-y.
Like, yeah,
there's more in that box.
Oh, I know. I see. We'll put this up here now.
He's like a little kid at Christmas. Oh wait.
Well, I mean, it's the only gift that I've gotten so far, other than the stuff I bought myself this summer.
You're never too old to receive gifts. I get excited like
that's what my wife says.
I get excited when somebody buys me a coffee, man.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
Yeah, Funko bag. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are very exclusive. You can't get those anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave you guys DVDs and never didn't get excited about that.
I told him. I said, wait till we're on here.
Once during the show. That's what I was giving Lance crap about.
I can't show porn on my show here.
Did you listen to the CD?
I haven't done that part yet.
I actually haven't. Now that you mention it.
Now that
maybe I was scared.
I thought it was a DVD again. No,
I thought maybe there was just going to be a bunch of moaning on there or something.
No, it's a song that was written for me. The first two, I made a clean version, a dirty version, and then there's Wild Thing and Are You Lonesome.
So okay, just make sure you listen to it in a harmonically sealed chamber. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The host with the most. Happy birthday, Frankie, and your friend Lance. Wow.
Aw. Woo.
Is there an apple in there?
I almost feel like crying. I tell you. I don't know if you got me like a kazoo or something.
Are you horny?
Oh, I want one.
I heard somebody play harmonica a minute ago.
That was me.
Now we've got a kazooist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You want me to blow
it
that's
happen.
Gonna, you want me to blow it? That's gonna cost you money.
You ready, Frankie?
There you go.
I'm horrible at that. And then what else you got me? Got me some extra
give it
gum.
some time.
I guess you knew I had some bad breath, so I appreciate that. Yeah. I won't have extra bad breath anymore. I'll have extra good breath. Well, thank you,
I was about
Lance.
to say, maybe he's just saying that you're a little extra, so you need some extra gum.
I extra special.
Hey, Lance, we can't smell his breath, but you could have given him a pillow to put over his head. A pillow
Pillowcase.
You could have gave me a thing of Beano. I've been passing the gas lately.
Or a mask.
Just kidding. Anyway, I appreciate that, Lance. Thank you for the gifts. It was well worth the wait, I guess. To
add that to the collection.
Oh, absolutely. And this is cool.
Oh, wait till you see what Lance sent me. Wait, let me get it.
What you said, you middle finger?
That's for another show.
Oh, jeez. Lance directed.
Didn't send me nothing. Even after my big long sob story about Daryl and Rick getting thrown away.
Well, that's your fault.
I
told you I had two Funkos, Daryl and Rick from The Walking Dead, and my ex threw them away.
Well,
see, you're on the show with me, and you don't even pay attention to what I say. And he expects me to remember every freaking word from a show that I wasn't even on.
But if I watched it back, then I could recall it.
I've just started sending him the episodes now. This is the last couple of weeks. Beforehand, I never did.
Anything to promote the show, I see.
That's right. That's what we care about. Promotion.
Yeah, but he has no.
What do you think?
He has no Facebook. Nothing. How can he promote our show?
I think he probably uses his old Facebook from his Bradford days or Warlock and Bradford page.
No.
No.
It allows me to open it and then just see very little. But
okay, well, it's probably because the video, because I said it, for everybody, it's public. It's set to public, so anybody that's in public can look at it. Well, I had a segment planned, and this is not going to be as long as the one that we had last week, because I apologize for making that almost a whole hour.
It was actually a lot of fun, though. I enjoyed it.
Well, this one's going to be a little bit different, because I figured this one we can all kind of relate to.
Do we got to get our true and false cards out yet?
No. Nothing. It's nothing true or false. It's actually, it has to do with food. It's a food segment.
Oh, that's not a good idea for me right now.
Why? Why not? It's fun. I'm excited to do it. And it's basically covering it's called the United States of Sandwiches.
If you know, you know.
Give me a list of all the most popular sandwiches in America.
Philly cheesesteak.
So who's hungry?
Listen, that Permane Brothers I was talking about.
Yeah,
that was our #1 sandwich in the state in Pittsburgh.
Was that like a Philly cheesesteak though?
No, it's like they get fresh Italian bread.
Yeah,
and they put the meat on. They put French fries on. They put coleslaw on. And they did this because they're in a strip district up in Pittsburgh. And when the truckers like Zach
Hello.
go into the place, they would ask the restaurant when they first opened, can you put everything on the sandwich so we can eat while we're driving?
Yeah, sure.
And that's how Primanti Brothers became famous, but they suck. We really don't want to say their name on air.
Oh, okay. I never heard of them prior to you talking about them. So I mean, but they sound delicious anyway.
Oh, it's definitely a delicious sandwich, but we won't do that no more.
Well, we won't. I won't. I mean, just to save time or whatever, I'm not going to name all the sandwiches or whatnot, but I will pick a few just from our states anyway, because and then maybe pick a couple after. Like in Minnesota, do you know what the most popular sandwich is in Minnesota?
Lutefisk.
Oh, White Castle.
Why would there be a White Castle? They got White Castles everywhere.
I don't have one.
It's probably a Juicy Lucy, I'm guessing.
It's the fried walleye. Go figure out that one.
I should have known that. I've made that enough.
It says
The
these breaded fried walleye. These breaded fish fillets are best served on a soft roll with lettuce, tomato, onion, and tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce. Yes, and it's got to be beer batter. It's got to be Shore Lunch beer batter. And you
like Cats in a Cradle.
Old Milwaukee with it.
And silver spoons.
Old Milwaukee, that's the trick, man.
All right, Sam. You want to know what the most popular sandwich is in your state?
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
Wait. It ain't Primanti's Brothers, right?
No, it has nothing to do with the restaurant. It's a sandwich.
Oh, it's a sandwich. Okay. A ham barbecue sandwich.
Nope.
Is it some kind of cheesesteak, maybe?
Bologna sandwich. We call it jumbo.
You call
bologna is jumbo. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like rubber bands or gum bands.
Okay.
When your mom told you to clean the house, it was red the house up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a sandwich. I mean, you're the two popular sandwiches I know.
Oh, Sam.
Well,
one thing I love about you, Sam, is that you prove the stereotype of Pittsburgh absolutely correct.
There you go.
Or Pennsylvania, anyway.
Well, that's Ohio, but Ohio sucks.
Okay, so the oh, you love your state. You love your state. Okay, so the number one sandwich in Ohio is
in Ohio. I was Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, I said Ohio.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
It's the Polish boy.
The what?
The Polish boy. It says this unique dish is a kielbasa on a bun covered with barbecue sauce, French fries, and coleslaw.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite.
All right.
I feel like the segment is just designed to get us hungry, and
right. And I've already got the munchies.
You didn't check Pittsburgh out. Yeah. You didn't check out.
I will get to that.
Okay. Sorry.
Texas.
Sean, you owe us food after this.
Oh, well, you owe me food. It's my birthday.
Food from our originating state, and mine was Wisconsin. You got a Wisconsin on there?
Yeah, I got them all 50 states. So Texas is next, since we have Antique Man here, even though he's from South Dakota.
Yeah, that would be the red light district taco.
Well, on here it says it's a smoked brisket.
Close enough.
Same thing, yeah.
A brisket top.
Mexican cross the border.
Brisket topped with mayo and pickled onions on rich brioche bun.
Oh, good Lord.
All right. So, Lance, what do you think your top sandwiches in your state?
I missed the sandwich.
I don't know. Something with salmon. I don't know, man.
Well, it's called the banh mi or banh mi or banh mi. BANHMI.
That was his cat.
It's roasted pork, pate, and pickled vegetables on a baguette. Makes this one you must try.
Yuck. I'll stick to PB&J, man.
What sandwich is this? Ready? 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese on a.
Oh my God.
What? What is it? 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles on a sesame seed bun.
That's a big bag.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That's just funny. Lance's reaction is yuck.
Okay, anybody know this one? Sourdough, tomatoes, bacon.
Well, I'm the one doing the segment.
Mayo, cheese. What?
I'm the one doing the fucking segment
On
here.
Thursday.
When it's your turn to do a segment, then you can do a segment. This is my segment.
When it's your
Wait till
birthday.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, let's see. So let's see. Let's go. Well, did I say? Yeah, we did Minnesota. Let's see. Who else do we have that's from different state? I guess I covered everybody. Now, Pennsylvania. We'll go to Pennsylvania here.
Ham barbecue.
Okay, so what do you think would be the number one for Pennsylvania?
Ham barbecue.
That's what you said? No, that's not a restaurant. That's actually a sandwich.
No.
Okay. Well, obviously it's a cheesesteak, with thin sliced beef, melty cheese, and sautéed onions. It's a timeless classic. Plus Pennsylvania, it's covered the whole state.
Well,
when I say these sandwiches, they cover the whole state. Okay, what about so Mama T, you were talking about Wisconsin. What do you think the number one sandwich is in Wisconsin?
Grilled cheese.
You're right. It's
grilled cheese.
The Badger State takes their cheese seriously, and they'll often top their grilled cheese sandwiches with things like broccoli, roasted carrots, and red onion.
Oh, that's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Now you have to be into mayonnaise, I think, and so I get it if you're not. But if you ever do a grilled cheese, instead of grilling the bread with butter, you do the mayonnaise, and oh my God, it takes it somewhere else.
Oh God, that's good.
Sorry.
You can do that with chicken too.
I have to agree with him. Absolutely. If you put mayonnaise instead of butter on a grilled cheese, I don't know what it does to it, but it does something magical in my mouth.
Yeah, we're friends now, Zach.
Hey, Zach, I got something to give you.
I'm waiting for that.
I got something that'll give you magic in your mouth, sir.
Magic Johnson.
There's magic in everybody's mouth in Wisconsin. What can we say?
Yeah, be dripping with goo.
Hey, Ian Thorpe said happy birthday, Sean.
Thank you, Ian. All right, so we'll go to Arizona. What do you think the top sandwich is in Arizona?
Roadkill special.
Corned beef.
Nope.
Oh yeah, hot air.
hot air on a bun.
Armadillo.
An ice cream sandwich.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a Navajo taco.
I was gonna say taco.
The open-faced sandwich is a fried flatbread with meat, bean, cheese, and lettuce.
It's not a sandwich. It's a
but they call it a sandwich out here, so that's what it's all.
Well, they're wrong.
Like the red light district taco.
I guess so.
Probably stolen.
Might as well just say fish taco.
All right, so how about the big state of Iowa? What's the most popular sandwich in Iowa?
Corned beef.
Iowa. Think Roseanne when you think of Iowa.
Got to have corn in it. Got to have corn in it or potatoes. It's a potato sandwich.
Think Roseanne like pork?
Well, just think Roseanne when you think of Iowa and the sandwich.
Pat?
Yeah, the fat sandwich. No, it's a loose meat sandwich.
Oh,
loose meat. Instead of sloppy Joe, you call it loose meat. It's actually different than a sloppy Joe, believe it or not. It's a different way of making it. Well, this one you put it's flavored ground beef, topped with sautéed onions, paprika, and cheese. Yeah, and sloppy Joes, you don't put all that stuff on sloppy Joes. You just put we
could make sandwich talk X-rated, couldn't we? We're the only people that could do that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Did you know what it is in New York?
The number one. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I see it, but you're probably gonna say something else.
On. I think I lost volume.
Oh, you're on.
Where'd everybody go?
I'm here. We're here.
We hear you.
We're here.
You must have Verizon.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, even Charlie was having problems with that earlier.
Hey, he looks like Sean. He looks like Zach right now.
Oh, Jesus, is he having problems?
Oh, wait, did he get like 30 years younger? Wow, must be some good
so he got
skincare.
frozen in time.
All right, we'll go to let's
frozen.
see. We'll go to Oregon. there, Lance? Oregon, what do you think the top
Well,
sandwiches over there?
all I know is in Portland. There's a place called Pine Street Biscuits that does a sandwich called the Reggie, which has to do. It's been a long ass time. Diners, drive-ins, and dives had gone there, and it's like a biscuit, fried chicken, gravy, an egg. It's
Okay, yeah, you're right.
that's probably not what it's going to be, but
no, you're right. It's actually a fried chicken biscuit sandwich.
Oh, it's not the corned beef? Okay.
No, it's not corned beef. No, you're right.
Corned beef.
It's not corned beef. It's bacon, cheese,
I'll get it right one
gravy,
time.
and egg on top of fried chicken.
What did
No
you say
way.
that the sandwich was called? Was it called a Reggie, you said?
Yes, the Reggie, and the place is called Pine Street Biscuits.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
I mean, this is turning into one heck of a show. You're eating out Reggie. That's great.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I hope Reggie appreciates it.
I would hope so.
How about the state of Tennessee? What do you think the #1 sandwich is in Tennessee?
It has something to do with country music, I bet.
Corned beef.
Maybe. Why do you think everything's corned beef, sir?
No, it's gonna be
Because it's bound to be.
It's gonna be some kind of smoked meat with coleslaw or some crazy shit, or maybe some cornbread.
Smoked brisket sandwich.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's called the Elvis.
Shut up.
Peanut butter, banana, and bacon are the 3 main ingredients for one of Tennessee's favorite sandwiches.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
That
I tried the peanut butter and banana. It was excellent, but when I put the bacon on, it took it to a different level, man. It was fantastic. It was great, fantastic.
All right, so for Mama T and her North Dakota roots or whatever.
No, that was Wisconsin.
Well, but you also have North Dakota roots too. I mean, you're in North Dakota as well. Well, what do you think the top sandwich is over there?
Corned beef.
Yep, that one's corned beef.
No, it's Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy
This
Joe.
classic is the ground beef with sauteed onions and spicy sauce on a hamburger bun. Yeah, so it's different than the loose beef.
Done.
Yeah. Is he done?
His network will not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit! It
was
Verizon.
Trying to look for one of the old menus. I've got the old menus from the bar downstairs.
That's fine.
We used to have the Elvis down there. It was literally a peanut butter, banana, and bacon grease sandwich.
Wasn't corned beef.
No, but it was the Elvis. All the burgers downstairs are named musically.
Was it popular?
An Elvis.
Did people order it?
And that's Amore, which was a pizza burger.
That sounds about right.
Are you gonna do Florida?
I can.
Yeah, try. I know what that is.
Okay, what's that then?
Cuban.
Yeah, you're right. Chewy Cuban bread smothered with layers of ham, roast pork, pickles, and Swiss cheese. That's the Cuban. Who had a phone right? Yeah. And I'll do one last one here, and then that'll be the end of my segment here. What is the most popular sandwich in Idaho?
Well, that's got to be something with potato.
Right. I was thinking
you would think, but
you would think. It's corned beef.
Breakfast sandwich.
That's the corned beef steak. Who knew?
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's PB and huckleberry jam.
Oh, that's right. Huckleberry. Yep. I know somebody who's in the weed business, and they've been making huckleberry gummies. And
it basically just says simple but fantastic. This classic peanut butter sandwich is much tastier with huckleberry jam instead of strawberry jelly.
There you go.
So there you go. There's some United States of sandwiches there. That's my segments. I think about. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm hungry.
Well, you can pretend you're eating a huckleberry jam or whatever.
I know.
He's back.
So what the heck happened there? Did your phone get disconnected? Oh, you gotta turn your audio back on there. Everybody's audio is muted.
Oh no, everybody's dead.
No, not because of you. No.
Yeah, I didn't mute.
That was my account, and I had to answer the phone.
Mama T is pretending to be muted because we know that she's not really muted because I can see the microphone there. You know, good vision. So anyway, that was the sandwich thing. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, it made me really hungry. Now he's having a cigar. Smoke after sex, I guess. So, you guys have any people that you know around the what was it, North Carolina area at all with the flooding and everything? God, that'd be horrible to live around that place like that. I watched some videos and I'm just like, man, I saw houses literally float away. Yeah, literally.
Prayers goes out to those people and their families, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's just like houses are not supposed to float away. They're not made of boats.
It only happens in the cartoons and the movies.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's like, you know, trailer houses literally floating down like they're like a boat. You know, I don't get it. I mean, it's weird. Well, your dad lives in Tennessee, so their land. So did he get anything at all? Or?
He didn't say. I talked to him yesterday. You know, it seems like they get a lot of just little residual stuff, nothing very specific, but
okay.
Nothing.
Weird.
Thankfully.
Antique Man, you know you're muted, right?
Yeah, you just gotta unmute your mic here.
Hey, Ian Thorpe. Sean, a YouTuber who lives in Nashville area, street is flooded, houses are full of water.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just surprised to see that because I never really saw that on video before. You know, weird to me. You know, just like something you see in a movie or something.
Yeah, Florida didn't get as bad as they did.
Well, I saw like somebody did a time lapse of like a downtown highway. I don't know if it was like in North Carolina or wherever, but it was like a normal highway with businesses and stuff. There was like a red building, probably a business of some sorts, or maybe a restaurant or something. And all of a sudden, as the water kept rising and the winds kept getting harder and harder, it all of a sudden just floated away. There it was. There it's gone.
Yeah,
and that's probably been there for a long time. That's why people shouldn't ever live by the ocean. You see all these houses that where you got these nice big fancy houses and it's all underneath water and stuff. Why would you do that?
Because no matter where you live, something happens there. Like up here, we got blizzards.
Yeah, but we're not going to get our house all of a sudden it's going to walk away from us or whatever. I mean, it could be destroyed by a tornado or something, but.
No big deal. I'm waiting for Mount Rainier to blow, so that's all.
Well, yeah, I suppose you live pretty close over there. I suppose, or Mount St. Helens.
It's so terrible.
Is Mount St. Helens? That's close to you too, isn't it? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, so we had just moved to Washington in 1980, and in 79, and then it happened in 80. It happened the day after my mom's birthday, and we were in Central Washington, and we got ashed like crazy. And it's St. Helens is not that close, but we got ashed. It was crazy. I was like, where the hell did we move to?
And then in California, when you lived there, I suppose you experienced some earthquakes and stuff.
Yeah, there was several that I remember. I think the biggest one was 72, and my mom said something about my crib was on wheels and in hardwood, and so my bed was rolling around my room, and she came in there. But I mean, yeah, it was just kind of odd to move to the volcano state.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for me. I lived through those hurricanes down in Florida.
That's terrible.
And I moved up to Ohio on snow belt. So that's pretty interesting. When it snows up here, man, you get slammed. But the last couple of years wasn't that bad. And actually the weather's been real nice up here. So I'm hoping we get nice weather this winter.
Yeah.
Not nice, I'm talking about. I don't mind 20, 30, 40, 50 degrees. I don't like below zero.
Oh, I get what you're talking about.
Yeah, a mild winter.
Ian said that the hurricane went all the way up to Georgia. That wasn't what I wanted to tell you. Oh, forget. I can't find it.
Well, I mean, like I say, I mean, I'm just grateful that that we don't live. I mean, I'd love to visit those areas and stuff one day, but it's just like, I feel bad, for people that have to deal with that stuff. I shouldn't have to do that, but it is what it is, I guess.
Am I on now?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
on. Yeah. What the heck happened? You just kind of had a
Haven't had
connection
this
issue.
much fun since my great aunt's funeral.
Or just like the internet just disconnected you or something? Or?
She must have been a hell of a lady.
All I wanted to do was tell you what the New York sandwich was.
Okay.
What is it?
You can tell us.
It's called the embezzlement sandwich. You open it up and there's nothing in it.
Oh,
You get bread. That's what you get. You get bread.
Oh,
And just so you know, I am not related to the New York.
I was just going to say that. That's Eric's twin brother.
Yeah. Oh God.
No, it's okay.
All right, go ahead. I'll be quiet now.
We're still trying to figure out if that was you, the picture I sent you a couple weeks ago, with the dress and everything. But I don't want to overkill that.
It could have been. I might have been stoned.
I mean, who knows? It happens. Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
I mean,
say, Screaming Sam, I was going to tell you something.
Yes, sir.
You got that new profile picture on Facebook.
Did you see how I did that black and white?
Yeah, and you see that center part of that was my meme.
Yeah.
You borrowed that from me, and there's a copyright on that.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. So I'll give you the address for the check.
Okay. No, dude, I'll put your name on it. I thought that was the greatest.
Carry on.
Our Antique Man comes up with the coolest shit, man.
Oh, of course he does. He's a legend. Legendary people do legendary things.
Yeah.
That's what.
He had my Volkswagen but with the helicopter carrying it up in the air. That was funny.
That was easy.
See, I don't know why we just don't make him the producer.
I'm telling you, he should be our he should be our, what do you call that man that makes all our advertisements and stuff?
An advertiser?
Marketing?
Yeah, marketing.
Maybe I could do that.
We could call you Mark. Say, hey, Mark, what's going on, Mark?
Oh, and Mama T, sorry about Sundays. It's just really bad for me.
I can pre-record.
Yeah, we can do that any Monday.
Yeah, I'd love to do that just because sometimes we might need a filler if somebody doesn't show up.
Well,
thank you, Antique Man, because I got that spot. Thank you.
And then that would be nice because it hasn't been aired before. It's just something to save in case, and it's not a replay; it's a pre-record.
Even though it was sloppy seconds, I appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed my sloppiness.
No, I liked your interviews. I told you I did. It was a good
I know. And that's just the thing about this. Tonight we're actually making some history, at least for our show. Once virtual, I know I say that a lot, but tonight's really true about that. Because since Charlie was on the show earlier, the podcast early exclusive interview that I did, he was our 49th guest of this year. So when Verdell comes on, he'll be our 50th guest of 2024. So, and then Rob will be number 51.
On your birthday, even.
Yeah. So we passed after tonight. We'll pass the 50 guest mark anyway.
Look at you being all professional and stuff. Proud of you.
Hey, 50's always been my goal. If I can get over 50, that's great. But if I can at least get 250 every year, I always try. And sometimes I do well, sometimes I don't. But
hey, I made it over 50.
People keep telling me 50 isn't that much.
I'm not talking age. I'm talking.
It's not that much once you're there.
They keep telling me that.
Well, I take it with a grain of salt because I appreciate all the guests that we've had, and then anybody that I've interviewed in the past. The one thing that I wrote, on my thing on Facebook earlier today was I told people, I said, don't ever doubt me. you know, and not that anybody really has, but I just feel like maybe there's somebody out there who reads my stuff and says that guy's so full of himself, you know. It's like he can't bring us
Yeah,
these
you still,
people.
yeah, yeah.
And so somebody like Mama T would be like, no, he's just so full of shit or whatever, you know. It's like, but then
Yeah,
you
you
see,
won't let me,
If I was
yeah.
gonna say
you
that,
won't
I
let me
wouldn't be on
bring
the
any of my
show.
guests on.
Well, we're not
We'd have a
interviewing,
real show then.
we're not
I
interviewing
might
strippers.
roast you, Sean, but
If you
I
want to
would
bring,
be on the show if I thought that.
if you want to bring somebody that would be fun on the show, bring us some clowns and they can do like balloon tricks or whatever.
No, I want strippers. I
That's
got
what I'm here
strippers and
for.
porn stars.
Well, then Zach, you got to put on some makeup and you know, and a button and a like a cloth nose and everything. And
Well, you see, my face is already kind of looks like a clown, so I barely any maintenance needed, my friend. That's the good part about me. I'm a low maintenance clown, not one of them high maintenance clowns.
I'm getting ready for No Shave November. That's why I start here this month.
Yeah.
I'll do the mustache, and then November, no shave.
And
make sure you join me, guys.
And since you bring that up, I'm going to kind of make an announcement here as well for our future episodes. Anyway, now normally I wait for a little while to start saying stuff about when we're going to have a break. I'm going to leave this up to you guys because I feel like maybe I put too much pressure on you when it comes to making these decisions all by myself, and I don't get your guys. I don't ask you guys, what you want to do. I just do what I want to do. So for the rest of the year,
jerk.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, you?
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Oh, I got something to say about this when he's done. Go ahead, Sean.
I will let you guys decide how long we go, how long season 3 goes still. You either want to go until the end of no, I'm serious.
Corned beef.
That's what you said the last 2 seasons.
No.
Hey, Mama T.
I'm serious.
What about the meeting we had? Remember the meeting? That lasted never.
Yeah, what meeting? We've had lots of
Who said that?
Remember the meeting? We said our shows are too long and we should have only one
that
guest.
Has nothing to do with that. That's
never lasted.
That's never going to change. Our show length is what it is, because of how big we become.
Wait, would you just say? Oh, how long?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, but you understand something,
okay.
Sean.
Yeah.
Before it was kind of aggravating, but it seems fun now. It seems.
Yeah. I know you're having fun. I know everybody's having fun.
We're just roasting you a little bit.
Oh,
my birthday. He can't take a joke.
It's your birthday, It's your birthday.
He can't take a joke. He can't. Look at that.
I know. He swings it back around.
Do what they do to me, folks.
Well, let's make his day, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you. Now he's better.
Wow.
You guys are suckers. You're gonna get sued. Don't you know that's a copyrighted song?
Wow.
Oh, and here I thought you were singing because you can't sing.
Now I wish I had somebody to blow me. I mean, a candle I could blow.
Well, hey, Sean, if you can't have a cake, you might as well have a roast. Am I right?
Yep.
That's
exactly.
right. That's it.
And maybe you only have one candle to blow out, but you might have to blow it out.
But I am serious about leaving it up to you guys because the only thing that I ask is that we, that at least either we go until the end of November. Or we take a break after Halloween for 2 weeks, and then we go until Christmas.
Sam, the difference is
I'll let you guys
this one's
decide.
Recorded. The other one wasn't. He's got to stick to it now. This one's recorded.
Well, they've all been recorded.
No, our meeting wasn't.
Of course not.
That
was just a meeting. That was just a meeting. Nobody wants to see that.
Mama T, quit talking about the meeting. He gets mad. We have to sing happy birthday every time we bring it up.
Now you gotta sing happy birthday in Chinese though. Now you gotta do it in Chinese. I gotta do this too.
Oh, come on now, that's racist.
Yeah, I tell you. Well, anyway, so I'll leave that up to you. We can talk about it later, but I just figured I'd bring it up because we can split it up or we can just keep going until December comes and then be done.
Or a mid-season break or something like that.
Come back in January, take the whole month of December off, come back in January, fully refreshed, for season 4. I want to give you guys enough time so I know other things are going to come up because this happened last year.
Folks, let me tell you what's happening. I'll do the
All right, you
He has
explain.
special guests that he wants to do by himself, so he don't want us involved in it. That's what usually happens.
I honestly haven't planned anybody. I won't plan up to next week. You know, I
We
have some
embarrass
people in
him. That's
mind.
why.
I have some people in mind that I want to get on the show here, but this is after next week's little deal that we're
That's
doing.
what I know is happening. I already know it.
Well, there might be, but I don't have
got
anything
thrown
in
under
mind.
the bus for next week.
I just
What's
didn't
next
think
week?
Next week is the
You're not invited, Lance.
Apparently not.
Everybody's invited. I mean, if you want, I let you guys have the option of if
I
you
know.
want to be part of, you know.
Make it easy there, Sean, too.
Your tits over.
Look how frustrated he's getting. Okay, happy birthday.
One more time.
Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Man, you're really gonna bankrupt this guy.
We have no budget anyway, so what the hell? Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, so much.
There's another lawsuit.
We wouldn't roast you if we didn't love you.
Oh, well, I'd hate to see what you'd be like if you hated me. Jesus, you'd be roasted completely.
We would ignore you and talk about you behind your back.
You still do anyway.
We will on the show when you don't have us.
Oh, okay.
I'd never say anything behind somebody's back that I wouldn't say to their face. But the problem is, I say a lot of shit to people's faces.
Oh, that's nice.
But
nice.
You know, I mean,
no, for
next week I was going to bill out anyway on that because it does make sense. Why I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
I just be sitting there looking pretty.
I wanted
to see that.
I wanted to. What my goal on this is, I wanted
to do. You never said what next week is. Sorry,
I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay,
right now. Read my lips. No, don't do that.
No new taxes.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is that I wanted to do one political episode, and it has to do with our local politics in our area in Thief River, and so the people who are the show that are local that are more concerned or that have something to say about it, I want to be a part of next week's show. Now, everybody's welcome to be a part of the show if they want to. I'm not kicking nobody out. So Lance, if you still want to participate,
who are the people? Do you? I mean, the positions running.
We are going to be interviewing the mayor candidates for Thief River Falls mayor. There's already the current mayor, Brian Holmer, and then there's the his opponent, Michael Lawrenson. And it's kind of become a big issue or a big deal because of, if you've ever been to our town of Thief River, which I know most of you haven't, but some of you have, it's kind of a messed up town sometimes with the way they do politics, the way they handle business and stuff, compared to how it's always been. Well, it's become more run down than it used to be. It used to be a nice family home, place to raise a family, and people always wanted to live it. When I grew up in Greenbush, which was a smaller town, 40 miles north of that city, I always loved being in bigger cities because they give me more opportunities to do things. I didn't want to be a farm kid. I was never a farm kid, but I didn't want to live like I was a farm kid. So I always loved the city life. Well, Thief River was our little Grand Forks kind of life. And then Grand Forks is like our little cities kind of like, that sort of thing. And I still think about that to this day. So now that I live here or in Brooks, it's still part of the Thief River area, even though it's a few miles away. It's only 15 miles away. It's not that far, or 20. I want to do something with the local politics. I want to get people from my area to watch this show so we get some new viewers. And I feel like after it's all said and done, people will never forget about what they saw on next week's episode. So
absolutely,
it'll be a question and answer debate between both the politicians, and I'm going to get some local people, other than who I have right now, to be part of the show, and we're just going to do like what they do on TV, except we're doing it on Zoom. And
how about Lindsay?
Well, I'm going to talk to her about it. And Zach, I'm going to need him too because he's going to be one of my administrators. He's going to be one of the question guys.
Yeah, good mediator.
And I think Mama T, I think you'd be, I gave you a lot of shit for, things, whatever, but when it comes to caring about things,
perfect.
When it comes to caring about local things, Mama T is perfect for that position.
She's perfect.
I mean, seriously,
I get that a lot.
High five, Mama T.
So,
Absolutely,
might
though.
say there's always beef between us, but we roast each other, just like you said. So that's just,
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sean, is it all right if
Anthony.
I just wanted to follow up what you said there real quick. About the Thief River Falls stuff. Absolutely, you're 100% correct. Right now, it feels like the winds of change are coming over Thief River Falls, and I believe this is an opportunity for real good to happen. So I just want to say, as somebody who runs the Thief River Falls community in Chad and the place that you do publish it, thank you so much for hosting that and for letting me and the community be part of it. Also,
absolutely.
to anybody else who is listening, please, if you have questions that you would like to ask them and you would like to hear them answer in video format, if you're watching this, please put it in the comment section. I know me and whoever is probably going to be asking them questions will be looking at that too for some inspiration to ask the political candidates.
And there might be some surprises along the way too of the people that I picked, because some of these people you might like, some of the people you might not like, but we all want to get along for this event because we all care about the community more than people think that we do. And if we come together and we bond together, we make the good things happen. And I want to make a difference in my community the best way that I know how, and so that's why I want to host this thing. It's not just about getting people to watch.
Bravo for doing both sides.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not for either or. I'm just, I know Michael more than I know Brian, because Michael's from my area originally. So, and he has a big family. So, family issues are a big concern with a lot of families that live in that town, and I mean, just like I said, just messed up the way they do their business. I want to know why. Why are we living in these times where they treat us like we're in the cities, like we live in the cities, So that's what's going on next week. What's going on, Mad Dog? Mad Dog, how are you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling bad, brother.
You feeling bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I was laying in bed and I'm like, I know I got to do something, but I just can't get up to do it. And I'm like, oh, shit, the podcast. So here I am. I got out of bed the first time today.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you. I know you were. I don't know. You must have saw my interview earlier on today, or
yeah, I was watching it. I was watching. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Well, I had John.
I was saying some comments, but you weren't.
Oh well,
everybody was biting into the feed there.
Yeah, we weren't really paying attention to the chat for that one. Not all the time. I had John and I had Paul from Guide for Best Source be part of it because they're nice enough to put our show on the air. I wanted to pay it forward, for once too. So that's why I had them on there. Well, we going to be joined by this is going to be a different type of guest, but it's my boss from the Seven Clans Casino in Thief River Falls, Verdell Bulow Jr., and he's the general manager of the Seven Clans Casino. How's it going? How's it going, boss?
Going. How's it going for you guys?
Oh, we're doing great.
Yeah. Greetings.
This is my
last name.
Go ahead.
My name is Verdell Bolio Jr. So Charlotte almost got it right.
Bolio. That's right. I don't know. I crush a lot of names. There's a lot of last names. It doesn't matter if it's Native American last names or Polish or whatever. There's a lot of weird last names out there. Even Zach has a weird last name.
Hey now.
My last name's French, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Zach or Verdell, this is my panel. You might be familiar with some of the people because you said you watched our content before. So this is we got Zach Gilmat, we got Mama T, we got Screaming Sam, Lance Warlock, Antique Man, Mad Dog, and now Verdell. And of course, me.
You guys got a lot of cool nicknames.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's just so nobody can find us.
Yeah, so nobody can find us. Yeah, that's right.
We avoid the trolls a little bit better.
I plead the fifth.
So, Verdell, kind of explain kind of what's going on here and let the audience and my crew kind of tell a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So yeah, I wanted to just kind of take this opportunity to kind of like introduce myself, and if it's received well, if it goes good, I would like to try to come back for a later episode and kind of dive in on like operations, maybe, non-gaming and gaming, I don't know if Sean talks about much about work in this
Oh, never,
environment.
never at all.
Okay.
Never.
So
That's just
he's part of a big operation out here. He's part of the security department. I oversee an 80,000 square foot property, and that includes hospitality, lodging, hotel, uh, food venues, and then of course the gaming side of things. And I don't want to get anybody in trouble by jumping on here and talking about gaming and stuff like that. So that's why I'm kind of treading lightly and keeping a more kind of vague little description on, who I am, what I do here. And like I said, if it's received well, we can try to pick it back up later on and dive into it. But I kind of developed a little like script here, but honestly, I feel like that's not too genuine in my opinion. But I'll kind of just go off of that. Just first and foremost, thank you guys for having me. It's kind of intimidating being on something live, but I think it's kind of the future, and I got to get used to it. So,
Roll
but
with it.
like I mentioned earlier, like I'm Verdell Bolio Jr. I'm the general manager here at the Seven Climbs Casino Hotel and Water Park, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to just kind of introduce myself, give a semi-thorough background on my education, my work experience, and what kind of put me here in the position that I am today. I grew up in Red Lake, Minnesota as a middle child, and I grew up there kind of helping my dad operate his towing business and his auto repair shop. And I'm also an enrolled member of the Red Lake Band, and for that reason, or where I came up from, that kind of gives me the opportunity or the experience to kind of face the same challenges that our frontline workers have here. Sean can attest that there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of people that just can't make it to work sometimes, and it just kind of helps me better understand certain situations and that others may not or just choose not to understand. So it's kind of beneficial to the frontline staff to an extent. I also have a business mindset, so I know like if you have a job, you got to go, plain and simple. So but I'll just kind of touch briefly on my educational background and then segue right into my work experience. As you guys can see, I'm pretty young to be holding the position that I hold. I oversee like 27 direct reports, and every single one of them are older than me by at least 10 years. So it's.
How old are you? How old are you, Vidal?
I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30 on September 16th, so a couple weeks ago.
Oh, happy birthday!
Wow.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Do you think
Awesome.
working for the tow truck company? Because I used to own a tow truck company. I had an auto repair shop. I had a used car lot. I had a body shop, and I do have a vending business. But we have casino machines now in our locations. You know what I mean? Like our bars and stuff, and like all the gas stations. Do you think the towing job helped you be what you are today? I mean, do you think that it helped you become a manager or whatever you do?
Well, yeah and no. Like, so the gaming side, I had no experience there, but what it taught me was work ethic,
Right.
And what it taught you is get the hell away from my dad, because I know I worked with my father too.
When I told my boss one day, I said, I did not get into gaming for the money. And the face she made, it was so hilarious. I was, like I would get paid $90 an hour to tow cars. But then also one day my dad told me, he said, I pay you that much because every tow you go on could be your last tow, you know?
I've done it. Yep.
And, you know, and he would do the same thing. He would come through and just tell us, you know, yeah, I'm going on a tow, you know, and it's going to be over here and over here. If you don't hear from me in a few hours, you know, come look for me. You know, this was before cell phones. This was before all that stuff, you know, and because he's right, man. You're on side the road. You're busy, you know, and you could get taken out by another vehicle that's not paying attention.
I had friends die, man, on the road.
It happens.
You know,
chains break and snap through windows. Shit happens.
Oh yeah, that's happened too. A cable snapped, and I'm like, now I know not to stand there again. You know?
It's important. This is serious for people out there who don't know. Any kind of cars with mercy flashes on, whatever, on the right hand side, you always go in the left lane because I see people, they fly by you guys, and I know the feeling when you're out there hooking up a car in the middle of the night or whatever, anytime during rush hour. You got to move over for our tow truck drivers and everybody else.
State cops are real hot on that now. If you don't try to get into the left-hand lane,
they'll tag you, and they should.
Yeah, they should.
It shouldn't even be a warning.
Right. Well, so I did that a lot, like in my adolescence. So thankfully, I was like assigned tolls on the reservation, you know, but then too, a lot of people don't have like a license on the reservation, and they don't have that etiquette that we're talking about, you know. So it kind of just added to the stress, you know, the situation, the seriousness of the situation. But when my dad was telling me that, you know, and I got a little older, I got my son in the picture now. I just refuse to do towing now. You know, just like he would ask me if he's out of town, hey, can you go handle this tow? I refuse now, you know, just because of the threat and the, you know, it's too much for me, you know. So
kind of like being a cop in New York.
Yeah, that might be a little bit more dangerous, but you know, I just hit that little speech he had for me. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, you know. But all together, like all in all, it taught me work ethic, you know. You get called all hours of the night, and you chuck that up as the job, you know. And that kind of is the same thing here as you know, we're a 24-hour business, we're a 24-hour industry, and anything can happen at any time, you know. So I don't really take it personal. I don't take it like to where, no, I get to shut my phone off because I'm at home with my family. That's part of the job. You got to get called in when you have to, you know. And so that kind of just taught me work ethic. It taught me that mindset that you usually don't really have a day off. You know, if you're running a 24-hour business, you are working 24 hours a day, you know. So so, but yeah, back to my little spiel here about, you know, my education and stuff like that. So I kind of went to school off the reservation. I went to school at Clearbrook Gonvick in Clearbrook, Minnesota. That's where I graduated from there in 2013. And then I marched right on into college for criminal justice. And I quickly learned that that wasn't for me. You know, it was kind of scary, the videos they were showing me and stuff like that. And then the pay that they were getting each year, I'm like, I can't go risk my life again for less money now, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it you know, that's where I started. I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be, you know, whatever you have you on the reservation. And I just realized quickly that it wasn't worth it, you know? So I took a break from that. I was working here at the casino at the time. And I transferred over to Leech Lake Tribal College, and I was just there for my lib ed, you know, those are my basics. Graduated with my as valedictorian there in 2017, and quickly enrolled at Bemidji State University in the business administration program there. I emphasized in entrepreneurship and management. I graduated with honors there in 2019.
Good for you.
Thank you. But that was just before the pandemic. So when I was supposed to be walking and getting my degree, it was full blown shutdown. And I have a battle to pick with COVID because it deprived me of probably the most monumental day of my life. You know, it didn't feel real. I got my degree in the mail weeks later, and I was like,
it didn't feel real. Didn't feel.
Yeah,
that's not right. My son graduated high school at that same time, and they had to march 20 feet apart with one kid on the stage at a time with the person and they all had to wear masks, and there was only a certain spot we could take. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, well, at least he got to walk. Our just got canceled. Everything got canceled, and it was just like, I don't know. It wasn't fun, you know. And like I said, I got that in the mail like some weeks later, and I was just like, oh, there's the piece of paper, you know, like, but you know, nonetheless, I appreciate the experience I got there. You know, while I was going to school there, you know, I was introduced to a lot of business concepts. You know, I was introduced to like HR, and the worst thing I ever encountered, which was accounting. So I had to learn all that stuff while I was still kind of figuring life out, you know? So, but, you know, and then I took a break from my education and just worked for a while there. And I think during that time, we had our son. My son Colson, he's a pandemic baby. So, you know, when everything was shut
a lot
down,
of time on your hands, huh?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. During the pandemic, I got bored, so I was like, "Whoops!"
It's like paternal leave, you know, like maternity leave.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I like just started in the workforce, right? And when this shut down, I'm like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored, you know, like, and everybody else was like, enjoy the break, man. Enjoy the break. And now I feel that I'm like, oh, I wish I could take another 8 weeks hiatus, you know, but it is what it is, you know.
It is.
So, and then after that, after my little break there, I ended up enrolling at University of Minnesota Duluth in this program which they called MTAG, and that stands for Masters of Tribal Administration and Governance. And the program was very business oriented. You know, they were teaching us accounting again. They were teaching us human resources, but the most important thing that they were emphasizing on was ethics. I, for probably reasons that I don't know, but you know, every single semester I had an ethics class, and it taught me to like better understand the people I'm going to be working with. And when I tell people that that's what I got a master's degree in, they're kind of just like, why? But you know, Sean can attest to this, that like a lot of our workforce here are tribal members, and it helped me understand and put me in a kind of a like a area that I could understand these people in an educational sense. Like I grew up doing all this stuff that they had to do, but as well I needed a reminder, you know. So it was nice, but at the same time, it was kind of like, well, duh, you know, like if you either have ethics or you don't. You can't be taught that kind of stuff, you know? And I was kind of annoyed with that, but at the same time, I was this deep in the program. I needed to finish it out. If I transferred stuff over, it'd be a later graduation date. And I was telling Sean earlier that a big goal of mine was to get my master's degree before I was 30 years old, which I did. And I'm very proud of that feat. Thank you. Thank you.
You're a smart cookie.
Thank you. Thank you. So I just graduated this past May, and I graduated from that program with honors as well. So, you know, I take that with pride, and I was always taught, you know, if you're going to do something, do it right, you know? So that's kind of where I was just like, you know, let's do this and get straight A's, you know? And It's all said and done. I don't see myself going back to school anytime soon. This job will keep me very much busy, for the years to come. Plus my son, he's 3 years old right now. I gotta wait till he gets too cool for mom and dad, and I'll probably end up going back to school then. So
like when he's like 13?
Yeah. Yep. And it's probably going to happen quick, because the other day he was playing with kids outside and I kept calling him in. I'm like, Colson, come on, come on. He was trying to act too cool for me already at 3 years old. So yeah, it's already happening, but I'm not ready to go back to school yet. So, but my work experience in gaming, it started when I was 16 years old. I started as a lifeguard here in the water park. And I worked summers. I worked the weekends when I was in high school. And then as soon as I was old enough to transfer out, which was 18 years old, I went into the kitchen. And I'll be honest, that was the worst, worst mistake of my life, because what it takes to be a line cook, especially at this kind of property where you have 600 people like intermingling at once, that was a very daunting job. Like I have so much respect for those line cooks now, as the main boss of this entire property. If they come to me with a problem, I'm like, you got it. You need a solution, you got it, because I've worked that job. I know what it's like, and I respect them very, very much for what they do. And after 18 months in the kitchen, I transferred out. I worked what they call ground maintenance, where I cut grass during the summertime. I plowed snow during the winter time. But then at the time, we were responsible for putting up this big giant tent. I don't know, Sean, if you remember that, but
oh, I do.
Yeah, it was a huge tent, about like 40,000 square feet, if you would. I'm just kind of eyeballing that, but
it was a big tent. It was really big.
Yeah, it was. And it took 10 days to build. And then it took another 10 days to bring down, But, and then we were in charge of like setting up and breaking down all these events that the site was holding at the time. And, that kind of, again, helped me understand what role they play. I say, well, we're going to do 3 concerts a summer. I would never do that to my maintenance crew, because they would be literally breaking down, setting up all summer long, when they're supposed to be reacting to facility problems, cutting grass, making sure our property looks nice. So I know, like, I have the say in that, well, we can get 1 concert done because it's doable, but it's just the experience I gained, or I've have to get to me to where I'm at. It's still here with me today. Those memories are still here with me today. And now that I'm the ultimate decision maker of the site, I keep that there, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't do that to my maintenance crew. I'm going to give them an impossible task to do, and I'm going to get on them if they don't get it done. So to avoid that, I know better now, So, and then I took a break after that, went back home, worked with my dad. And then in 2016, that was when my true gaming experience started. I was hired as a frontline cashier at the Red Lake site, which is a much smaller casino than this one. And I was that guy that you see at the cashier window, and they come walking up to me, and I help them with whatever they need, whether it's cash advance, cash your Tito ticket, whatever it may be, and I would have to process like jackpot paperwork and pay out jackpots and stuff like that. So I got like a really good feel for the gaming side of things and what happens down there on the casino floor. And sorry, I kind of lost my spot here. And I was like very shortly promoted to the vault supervisor over there, which I overseen the vault. I created venue banks. I had to verify operational banks, and then I supervised the frontline cashier team. And then also I would always have to almost find remedies to disgruntled guests. So at the time, I think I was like 22 or something like that. And these people would say, well, let me talk to your supervisor. And I would come walking up and I'm like, hi, I'm the supervisor. And they're like,
yeah, hold on
like,
a second. You go in the back room and come back again.
Yeah, right.
You turn
right.
around.
So yeah, like that was just kind of I don't know, something I had to get used to because I still encounter that today. Like people will say, like, you're the general manager, you're just a kid, you know? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm the general manager. You know, what can I do for you? So, but then 2018, I made a shift over to what I'm most passionate about to this day, which is the slots. And I spent a lot of time just as a slot attendant. And at the time, I was still in my undergrad. So it was like really nice to just have a laid back job where you walk the floor, you help these people, you pay out jackpots. You know, if there's a machine malfunctioning, you kind of help them and get their money out of it any way you had to. Um, and then you paid out the jackpots, which was my most favorite part, you know, because you'd always get nice tips and the guest was always very happy, you know, and stuff like that. So, and then in September of 2019, I was asked to enter the intern slot manager position in Red Lake. Um, and, you know, a call up then, and when I was like 23, 24, that was very intimidating. And I was always the type of person to be up for a challenge, but I was on the fence for about 2 weeks. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. And I finally pulled the trigger, did it. And like the rest is history, you know, like I was in the manager position. I was doing a great job at it. And then 90 days rolled up and they didn't even ask me if I wanted the job. They just gave it to me, you know, in a non-intern position. It was the actual slot manager position. You know, I took a lot of pride in that. But I rolled with the punches and learned the job, you know, and I learned very quickly that like you got to deal with people, their problems, you know, um, their attendance, you know, and then you have to deal with contracts, you know, and stuff like that. But the most resonating thing that I learned from that position was project management. So as a slot manager, you oversee hundreds and hundreds of projects. You know, like at least I did in the 4 years that I was there. It was probably like in the several hundred, you know, projects. And you know, you guys walk these floors and you see like all these bells and whistles that they have on these slot machines. You know, that means a lot can go wrong with them too. So you're scrambling day to day trying to get these things maintained and get them operational, stuff like that. And then too, you'll see some with like these big fancy signs too, you know, and they're like shrouded nowadays. And it's just, you know, like I learned what goes into that and how many moving parts there is to it and what kind of expertise it takes, you know, and I realized then too, like, I don't need that expertise, but I need to know the resource for that expertise. And I learned that, like, you need to be resourceful. You don't need to know everything that you're doing, but you need to have a resource for it. And that kind of spilled over into what I'm doing out here now in Thief River Falls. You know, like the last year or so, we've been filled with project after project and a lot of it's out of my scope of what I know. But finding that resource that does know it is what my job was to do, you know? So it helped me a lot as a slot manager and coming over here. But in Red Lake, I overseen 7 people. And here I'm responsible for 258 people under one roof. So and it's the biggest property of our 3 casinos. So it is the flagship property. And, like I said earlier, all these managers that I oversee, they're older than me by at least 10 years, and that was kind of hard to get through to people, but also at the same time, I had to stick to my guns because I was here to stay, So I am very thankful for what I learned as a slot manager. And at the end of the day, if you don't know it, there's a resource out there, and I'm sure you guys know that. Like, it's weird being on this live feed, but it's technology, and that's our resource now, is technology. And so you just gotta find that resource, whether it's a person or when in doubt, YouTube it.
Yeah, I used to tell people, you know what? You ask me anything, I'll if I don't know the answer, I know how to find it.
Yep. Yeah, there's a resource there, So sorry, excuse me. I seen Mama T smoking a cigarette, so I feel comfortable hitting my vape now. So,
that wasn't a cigarette, but this is.
I seen it earlier on Facebook. I was like, oh, cool. I can kind of hit my vape while I'm there,
Oh, yeah. We're pretty laid back over here.
And you can have anything you want in your cup, as long as you don't get too ornery and rowdy.
I won't ridicule you at all, because I never did Mama T at all, ever.
Ever.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I'd like to say a little something here, being the old man here. You are a very inspirational young person. I just think you're tremendous. Your success will go the rest of your life, and it will be with your family. And if I could ask of you to do anything from way over here in Thief River Falls in your area, you would be a big benefit to a lot of teens in schools if you did occasional guest speaking on, because the work ethic is terribly important. Yep. And your whole attitude is equally as important. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yep. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
That's what I was going to say. No, it's really refreshing to see somebody your age actually have a passion about his work and actually have goals and actually reach them. Like it's awesome.
So when you guys thought, well, when I said that my boss was coming, everybody was freaking out, thinking that you could be coming out here to tell me I'm fired or something. That was a joke though from last week anyway. I remember. That's that's what they'll do.
I got to give a lot of credit to my dad. He grew up impoverished, and stuff like that. He made that grind out of that hole, and that's every single day I was with him, whether it was just getting firewood for his shop, whether it was turning a wrench, whether it was towing with him or for him, that's
hold the flashlight.
Yeah, hold the flashlight. It's funny. I have a story about that. I was 14 years old at a grad party, and I had a little something in my cup, and I definitely wasn't supposed to be doing that. And he told me, because he had to jimmy a car that somebody locked their keys in, and he was sitting there. He's like, hold the flashlight, and I'm kind of sauced holding that flashlight, and he realized, I don't know, because I must have been wandering off, and he literally grabbed that light out of my hand and he flashed it in my face, and he's like, what's going on? And I was like, nothing, I'm just tired. And he was just like, well, hold it straight, and it reminds me of that meme we see all the time. It's that's funny that you mentioned that, because I actually had a story for that, but as I digress though, my dad, he gets a lot of credit for where I'm at today. He didn't really seek education, but he grinded out, he grinded it out, and he taught me my work ethic, because if you have a work ethic, you can apply that anywhere, whether it's a job, whether it's in school, whether it's for your family, there's a job you got to do, so do it, and
that's right.
do it right, so I can't give that guy enough credit. I shout him out all the time when I can, and I love him to death. So, but all that kind of conversation, it kind of brings us to today and now what we're kind of doing out here. Over the last year, I overseen 2 huge projects where we built a bar, we built a new 777s eatery, and we redid the entire siding of an 80,000 square foot property. So
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. That's
yeah,
a cool part too.
yeah, yep.
Sandra's
So
actually a friend of mine.
who's that?
Cassie, bartender.
Oh,
Sandra.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great at her job, by the way.
No, she's
Yeah.
amazing.
So I was in there yesterday. It was Vikings football, right?
Yeah.
And everybody had their jerseys on. Every single slot machine was being used on the bar top, and then there was everybody had a drink, and that's what we're doing. We're hosting Vikings watch parties, and she was handling it. Like usually, I'll go in there and like another bartender is overwhelmed by it and stressed out by it, and I was like, "You doing good by yourself?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm doing
She
good."
feeds off of it.
Yeah, I see.
Well,
She's
she has
worked
that
here
experience,
before.
so yeah, that's just the thing. She's not a rookie by any means. She knows what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
Well,
go sit down. I got this.
I've seen her at the nail a time or two as well.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then
Yep.
they told me, well, we have a bartender with experience, and I was like, well, cool, great. I didn't really ask any questions on who it was or where they were from, and then I see her here working, and I was like, I recognized you. Like.
And the thing about it with Cassandra, she has a good attitude. It seems like she just really knows how to put a smile on people's faces. So you picked a good one there. You picked a good one.
Yep. So yeah, like I said, we had the brand new bar. That first half of 2024 was filled with projects inside and out of the building, and I just kind of have to go back to that slot manager experience and the experience I had in project management, because before we even started that remodel, we had to scramble and renovate the upstairs restaurant because we had to have some sort of offering for food in as a to our guests in the hotel and on the casino floor, So like as of right now, we have 3 brand new food venues with the bar, which is called the Winners, 777's Eatery, and then upstairs is the River Road Cafe. And it's all brand new equipment, brand new
That's
flooring
awesome.
and stuff like that. So it's been a job, but I'm so happy that we did it and it got done, So and then also there's a couple smaller projects that I had to mention. We with the outside looking more modern. I don't know if you guys remember or if you guys ever even seen our property, but like it used to have a rustic look. It had cedar siding. It
Yeah.
had logs everywhere on it, and stuff like that. It looked like a huge cabin.
Yep.
And I wanted to keep it as original as possible, but that just wasn't a possibility. So we pretty much converted the outside to a more modern look. If you guys ever got a chance, you should come out and see kind of what I'm talking about. But with that, so we had like a modern look on the outside, right? And then we had these light fixtures on the outside that weren't modern at all. So with that, we just went through all the property and converted it to LED lighting. And I'm not kidding, man. You could probably see this thing from space now. So it's just so bright and it's so refreshing, and like I drive by this place a lot at night and I'm just like, sheesh, man, I'm like 7 or 8 minutes away and I can see my work right now.
Yep.
So,
Good job.
so thank you. And then alongside that too, in the water park, we resurfaced a lot of our water slides, and
Just gonna ask that. They used to scrape my back.
yeah, come check it out. We redid it. There's like a really hard lining in between there now where it's almost just one piece. You don't feel no ridges at all or nothing. And that price tag was kind of spendy, but it was worth it. I have my young son that loves to go in there, and I couldn't imagine if he went down these slides and got scraped up like the way I was getting scraped up, you know? So it was already set in stone before I became a decision making here, but I did oversee the project, and we had to shut down for a little bit, but we did it during school time where we're, kind of
Less busy.
yeah, less busy anyway. Nobody really missed us,
What are the water park hours now?
Back to fall. So they're closed during the week, open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday through Sunday. So they might be open a couple hours on Thursday, but that's because a lot of our workers in there, like I mentioned, are high school kids. They're 16 to 18-year-old kids that have to go to school and have to, they have their own thing going on. I kind of wish we did fall hours when I was a lifeguard, because like I would be called during school and I thought I was the coolest kid ever. Oh, work's calling. Let me answer this, They're like, coming to work after school. And I'm like, I wanted to do this and do that after school, but all right, let's go, So I'm glad that's kind of the case though for these kids, because it gives them that time to focus on their education, which I obviously think is very important, So
we're gonna definitely have to have you on the show again, man.
Well, I know we got our next guest, Rob Fairbanks, the res reporter, on here too. So I don't know how much more time you need there, Verdell, but
I'm sorry, you guys got to cut me off because I would talk and talk and talk, man.
I didn't know how long your introduction was going to be. I thought you were going to have kind of like a brief little thing, but that's okay though. I don't mind, that you had, because you're not just telling myself and my crew, you're telling the audience,
the whole world,
the whole, everybody that's watching. So it's like, everybody should know who you are and what, why you're here.
Okay, well, I can wrap it up real quickly here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So like,
No
I'm kicking off my 2025 business plan with this. I'm in my business plan. I'm trying to project myself as the face of the property, and I'm trying to advertise more in this sense. Using platforms that are more personal and live, and that's kind of where I'm at with this. I'm kind of getting my feet wet, and I am trying to develop business to business relationships. I'm trying to get involved in Thief River, Bemidji, Grand Forks. Grand Forks is a huge market in our property, and I would like to try to get my name out there to them as to who they could come see if they have problems, how we can improve. And I would love to come back and talk more about property operations. I don't want to take up much more of your time, and let kind of Rob take over on that, But
well, we appreciate you, Riddell, no matter what. I mean,
yes, thank you.
You inspired a lot of people.
Bolio, the Doogie Howser of the
that's right. That's right. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's
before we let you go,
there's obviously a reason you are where you are at. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Before you go, you said that you were interested in making sure that your name was out there in the Thief River Falls community. I just wanted to reach out my hand to you and say that you're more than welcome to post and communicate and engage with the community that I founded. It's the Thief River Falls community and chat. We have about 3,000 members currently in the Thief River Falls and surrounding area. I would love it if you were on there and you engaged with the community with them there too. That way you can hopefully advertise yourself and talk about things that are important to you and or that you have concerns about with the community.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do that when I get more comfortable, but I'm still new to the town.
You're comfortable, man. You go with it. You're doing just fine.
Yes, he is.
All right, sounds good. I definitely will take you up on that offer, though. Definitely.
Yes, it's an open invitation. Look us up. You'll see we're a public group, Thief River Falls community and chat. You're more than welcome to join in and promote whatever stuff you got going on. We're all about promoting things in the area, and especially with your can-do attitude and your spirit, you're going to be a great fit.
Thank you very much. I'm going to look it up right now and join it.
Thanks for being on the show, Verdell.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Look forward to it in the
Thank
future.
you.
Yes, thank you, Verdell.
Yep. See you later, Sean.
Yep, I will. Okay, I guess he switched up.
You still have a job, right?
Oh, I hope so.
No, I don't even know what time it is because I can't see the clock on my phone.
7:13. So Rob, are you here now? There he is. Oh. Well, hey, I mean,
I'm here.
We're sorry that I didn't know it was going to go that long, so I thought it was going to be literally a half an hour. But I apologize. But how's it going, my friend? The Reds Reporter back again here on Renegade Radio.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I think I had the same problem as I did last time. I had to manually punch in your ID and password, I think. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's Zoom for you. You know, it's like if you have an iPhone, it'll work with you, or it won't work with you. You got to do it manually. If you have an Android, it's different. I don't know.
It works so much better with an iPhone if you have the Zoom app, and then you punch in the if you have the app, it's not too bad.
So what's been going on?
How you doing?
Yeah, what's been going on, my friend? It's like I haven't seen you in like 24 hours or 36 hours or 48 hours.
Yeah, like it wasn't Sunday or Saturday.
It was Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday, yeah.
And this guy, comes to the casino, and never tells me when he's showing up, Always forgets. Always forgets.
Rude.
Yeah.
Well, they say they don't ever see me and Batman in the same room, so
Oh, that's right. So we never see the Reds Reporter and Rob Fairbanks together. I get
exactly.
I get you. Okay.
Exactly.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So what's been going on? What's doing your life?
Man, just being busy, doing the whole day job, being a family man, and then doing the comedian on nighttime. Saving the world at night. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, yeah, it's good, man. I'm excited about I've been doing a lot of promoting for businesses and events, and as you know, I'm excited. San Francisco reached out to me to promote that Charlie Barron's comedy show coming up, and I was
going to say about that. When you think about your character or the Res Report, I mean, and you think about Charlie, I mean, you guys are almost like the same person. I mean, it feels like it. The same vibe.
I joked about he's a comedian journalist too, but he's more legit journalist. You guys legit credentials, and I'm more of your back of the woods bootleg Res Reporter. You know what I mean? I'm
the anti-Res Reporter.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the moonshiners. You know what I mean? I'm an outlaw. Res Reporter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always love watching the mattresses and the dogs on the highway.
I know it's funny. Like I did a report about Cass Lake. Yeah. I did one about the track dogs on Cass Lake and the East End dogs. Having a big res dog gang war, and it was funny because guys from Fargo and we were like, hey, I worked with somebody over there and I know what you're talking about, those track dogs and those East End dogs. I know. You got to watch out for them, man. So I thought it was funny that people know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Highway 2 over here.
I was gonna say, like Lance, I mean, you should definitely look up this guy because he's I mean, you want to talk about creativity? Somebody who should be in Hollywood right now? Rob Fairbanks here. I'm serious. He does a skit called the Res Reporter, and it's like it got viral, and it's just like he's still like when people come in, it's like all the women faint anyway. See what I do.
Well, yeah, I've been checking out I've seen a lot of Charlie's videos. He does a lot of skits too that what I mean, it's like you said, it's like hometown Midwest vibe, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's similar, and that's exactly why I think it's Nightlight Promotions is the ones that reached out. Those are the ones promoting his show, and they're the ones that actually reached out to me, and they said, your social media platform matches what we're looking for in the same
customer area, you know, and I was like, oh wow, oh okay, yeah,
you heard of me?
that's cool.
What?
Yeah, me, yeah, like what? Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure it's right? Are you sure it's right, Fairbanks? Yeah,
Exactly. I had to double check. Yeah, I'd look around like, oh, me?
Could be my
You
brother
talking
Todd.
to me?
Could be my lost brother Todd.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just, man, I'm so humble, man, that that people are still like wanting to like hit me up and want pictures, and they still want, you know what I mean, like that. That's
Yeah.
still like,
And
man,
the
I
t-shirts,
just, man, yeah, oh yeah, and the teachers like, I didn't know that was gonna become such a craze as it has. You know what I mean? It just took off. Like, I got people still hitting me up for shirts. I got to keep up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So.
And if you ever send one to Mama Tia, make sure it has a real wiener on it too. You know, you take that with a grain of salt
or something.
Well, whatever.
I wear a large, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right.
Throwing that out.
Yeah, exactly. I have to remember, bring it to the show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well, what was I going to say now? Well, we did the interview with Charlie earlier, or I did, with John and Paul from Best Source. Charlie was kind of confused because he thought that, well, his manager Dante said that nights don't really work for him as far as doing interviews, and they got the wrong message passed or something, because he was actually hoping that you and him were going to be doing this together. And I said, well, that's what I was hoping for too.
Yeah.
But it just kind of worked out this way. But either way, he sends his love. He says hi. I'm sure you watched. I don't know if you watched the interview at all earlier on at all, but it was fun, and I have you to thank for all this. You know, regardless. So I do appreciate you being so kind to me, and hooking me up, because that's a big deal. I definitely owe you.
No, yeah, I thought it was super cool of him too. You know, I never met him before, you know, and like I said, it was like third party, you know, his management and his people were kind of like messaging me, and then finally they were just like, you know, I kind of told them about, you know, I'm going to be on the podcast, and I wanted to like help promote the show, and that I had mentioned that you would like to have him on the podcast, you know, as well, and they were like, well, I'll pass the message on to him, and for him to respond back and then actually message me and say he wanted to be on the show and all that, I was like, wow, that's cool. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that, you know.
Did you start to fangirl a little?
Yeah, exactly.
I know I did, man. Well, the guy's so funny. I mean, I feel like if we did actually hang out and know each other, I mean, we get along just fine. You know,
he's fucking hilarious.
And he's not that, and then what you call it? His other friend. I forget now the other guy's name. Was it the guy from Fargo, the You Betcha guy? Is it Millard?
You Betcha guy.
Miles. From Fargo or whatever. They team together. They team together and do stuff together. They do podcasts. They're going to be together in Bemidji for their podcast together. But Miles is from Fargo, so he's not that far away from here, from us.
Oh, okay.
You know, is what I'm saying. You know, it's not that far.
Yeah, that'd be cool to jump on his podcast. You know, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have a big following, and they both. You know, I mean, I think it's their company together, the You Betcha company or something. But Doodad or whatever. But you know, like I said, it's just amazing. You know, it's like creativity at its finest. What he does, what you're doing, you know, and the fact that you're still doing it, you know, I'm blown away, because you know, you can seem to be at any location in the area or wherever you decide to go, and you pick the right spot. And I don't know if you just got that special vision. Or maybe or it could be that Native American sense in you. And I'm not trying to be racist or whatever. I'm just, you know.
He's not saying that you can tell how far away the train is by sticking your ear to the tracks.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
to the wind.
That's a true talent.
No, isn't that what most natives have? They have the ability to do stuff like that. They can talk
how far away the horses are by putting them over the ground.
You could hear a squirrel pass gas
Yeah,
like 10 miles
exactly,
away.
exactly, yes.
Oh, maybe that was a little racist, but I don't. You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, though.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I know.
You pick a good spot, and wherever
Yeah,
you go, it seems to do you very well. When you
yeah,
get into character.
You can
yeah,
make whatever weather that is going on seem
yeah,
freaking hilarious.
You
yeah,
could be broadcasting from an outhouse. You can say, "Oh
yeah.
my God, I found this outhouse.
Water's
You know, I'm
here.
going live. I'm going to take a dump here, and then I will talk. We'll talk about it when we
Yeah,
come back."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
I just like when like you said, I love those like show little spots, you know what I mean? Like something catches my eye and I'm like, oh wow, that's cool, or that looks interesting, or that'd be a good spot, little, to show, do a video at, and I just love it when people like see the video and they'll be like, hey, I know that spot, or I fish in that spot, or I hunt in that spot, or they'll tag somebody and say, hey, he's over here, and where are you at, and so I love that, and that's part of the reason why I love doing the reports, is because I want to showcase, like, the areas that I'm at, and just different places, and I love, that's part of the reason why I started it, doing the Leech Lake weather reports here. It's just because I wanted to show where I'm from, you know what I mean? And
yeah, expand it. Definitely expand it.
Yeah, and give back that sense of pride, and that people are saying, hey, I'm from there, that he's from where I'm from, and stuff like that. So yeah, I love it when people say, I used to hunt there, or I know that spot, and my uncle used to go there, and you just bring back memories of
Or that's the
when I was
spot where
younger.
I made love with my wife, just like when we had babies.
Yeah, it's like the exact spot right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
exact spot
yeah,
where the baby was conceived.
yeah. So yeah,
Oh, that's funny. That's
yeah.
funny. I mean, has there ever been any really weird locations that you thought, oh, I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it?
Yeah.
I mean, has there ever been any weird locations that you've ever been on, where like when you try to do a report, that you think that I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it?
Let's see. Yeah, probably like on the middle of the highway when it was like blizzard. I think I was like Deer River, and a snowplow come flying by and like didn't slow down or nothing, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't be here this close to the highway when the plows are out. And I joked about it in another report. I was like, they don't know. They can't see you. It's like, because they can't. They don't. So yeah, I was like, I think that time was a little sketchy. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Not most spots I go to, it's weird because it's just like people recognize me. You know what I mean? And I'll pick random spots, and it's just funny now because they'll drive by and they're like honk honk honk, and I think that's so cool.
I will say that if Screaming Sam lived real close to us, and you and him did a sketch together like that, I can only imagine what it would be like if the Res Reporter met Screaming Sam. They did so.
I'll come out and visit.
So do you believe,
there you go.
Rob, do you believe in like life in outer space? Have you ever spoken with any aliens before?
No, no. Oh, I joked about that, about them speeding through town, in Bemidji, when there was a loud boom in the sky, and stuff like that. Yeah, I love the memes that came out after that. You know what I mean? Like after doing that report, everybody was like, putting aliens and me next to aliens and stuff, and I thought it was great.
Well, I remember the last interview when you were here last year, and you were talking about like why you created a character and kind of how you grew up and like in old Hollywood and everything. Well, we have a guy who's from the old Hollywood, and he loves it every time I introduce him. But Lance Warlock is a friend of mine. He's from Washington, but his dad played Michael
But don't
Myers.
hold that against me.
Yeah. His dad played. Hey, it's a badge of honor. You should be proud of that.
Yeah.
His dad played Michael Myers in Halloween 2 back in 1981.
Wow.
So this is his son, and he's my good friend. We've known each other a long time, and he's every time I've asked him to do an interview because he does like music and stuff. Lance does like scores and stuff.
Wait, you do? Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
hey,
What else do you think he does? What do you think he makes pottery or something? Or what? Makes pottery?
That's right. I'm trying to get a job at Funko.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you'd be the best job over there. You should just be the tour guide. You know, how the Funko are you guys today?
That's right.
Well, anyway,
That's
so
right.
I'm saying that because of the fact that you like the stuff that we all kind of like, you know, the old school comedy and you know this the way films used to be made and stuff. Did you ever get a chance to see the new Beetlejuice movie at all?
No, I actually have it, man. You know, I love the original so much. You know what I mean? I just, man, I don't know. I seems like every time I see the sequels or something or whatever, it's just kind of like I'm too judgy. You know what I mean? I go in there all judgy. You know what I mean? And I
I'm
don't
not
like
gonna
doing
like
that.
this. I'm not gonna like this.
You know what you
Yeah,
gotta do?
yeah,
Wrong.
exactly.
That's wrong.
You know, your new thing. What you should do is just do Res reporter at the movies. You know?
Yeah.
Just be a
Oh, yeah,
movie
there you go.
reviewer. Yeah.
There you go.
Like,
Movie
oh,
reviewers, you know?
they're making
Yeah.
another Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I didn't know Beetlejuice was good for you.
Exactly.
I could be your writer, Christ.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, man, I love that. Man, when I was a kid, I loved Beetlejuice. You know what I mean? And Michael Keaton, man, he did a great job in that. It was like, man, he's so funny. Like the characters he does, man, or he does awesome.
And now all these weird commercials with Bob. Really?
Hey, Michael Keaton, I grew up. He didn't live too far away from us, but I got when they were filming that movie Gun Ho here in Pittsburgh, I got to see all them guys every night. They'd stop at the same bar in Mount Washington. We'd all get together and drink. It was hilarious.
Nice.
Norm used to walk in, they'll yell, "Norm!"
Well, yeah, because Mad Dog he lives in Pittsburgh, and
okay.
So like, that's the home of Mr. Rogers too, because Mr. Rogers' neighborhood was filmed there.
Yeah, that's why
Michael Keaton had, he was like was he like the prop guy or something?
He was one of the puppets too, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's something about Michael Keaton that people don't even know. You know, most people don't.
That's where he got his start, actually, from Fred Rogers. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know. I had no idea. I used to remember watching Mr. Rogers as a kid, man.
He a while back ago, he hosted a documentary. Michael Keaton did about the life and times of Mr. Rogers, and then we found out that he worked with him and all that. You know, the way he looked back before he became Mr. Hollywood. I mean, he had that young 80s or 70s look, you know, and it was like, he's such a good actor, you know.
That Barney Rubble, what an actor. Remember that on Night Shift? That Barney Rubble, what an actor.
They said that originally the idea for Beetlejuice, if it would have had a sequel back in the day, it would have been a Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. Can you imagine that? You know?
Yeah.
Let's all go Hawaiian, you know?
Yeah.
But sandworms, I bet.
Did you try to watch the Ghostbusters movies after
I seen that? Yeah, I seen those ones. Yeah, they're okay. I just like that they brought back the old cast, and I thought that was cool, giving them some work. You know, letting them, kind of giving them a shout out. You know what I mean? Letting them make appearances. But
it didn't ruin your childhood at all.
Yeah, it didn't live up to my expectations. Yeah, it didn't do it for me. You know, again, I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of the original Ghostbusters. You just can't beat a classic, man.
Well, I'm a fan of the second one, and you can't beat Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah. those two were actually good. The second one was actually pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I like them too.
Everybody likes to give the second one a lot of shit because they say, it was not as good as the first one. Well, of course, it's the second one. You know, it's not supposed to be as good as the first one. You know, it's better.
Exactly. But yeah, that was I love the Bill Murray was always one of my favorites. Growing up, watching Saturday Night Live and stuff and Caddyshack and all that. You know what I mean? Like
now that you're hosting this event on Saturday, which we'll be part of. What is kind of like your schedule? Like what other things are you going to be up to this coming month here?
I'm going. Well, I'm going to be on the 6th and the 7th, or 6th. I'll be over at Shooting Star. I'm doing Democracy is Indigenous. as part of the Minnesota DFL activist coalition, whatever. I can't remember what the name of it at all it is, but I'll be doing some entertainment for them. So I'll be over at Shooting Star on the 6th, and then the 7th, I'm going up to Red Lake, Minnesota. So I'll be up there. They're doing the same thing up there, so I'll be doing some comedy for them. And then I'm supposed to be going. I'll be going down to Boys Ford, I think, towards the end of the month. And so, and then I'm being doing some Halloween stuff also at the end of the month. I usually we do. They always here in the city of Cass Lake always does a trunk and treat or whatever you call it, and so I'm always volunteering, and I love to get in like characters and stuff like that. So last year I was dressed up as my Rezzo the clown character, and I was handing out candy and stuff and just hanging out, dancing around the streets, and kids were actually recognizing, they knew who I was. They were like, "Hey, Rob," and so I thought that was cool. They knew my character from my video, so I thought that was cool, So this year I'll be dressing up and doing the same thing, giving out candy and just kind of hanging out. So
I think Lance would appreciate it. I think Lance would appreciate it if you dressed as Michael Myers.
There you go. I would make some babies cry, but
I don't even do that.
Well, you're not just like your father. Come on now, like father, like son, dude.
Now I turn the lights out and hide.
You know a character that Lance played in the Halloween movie, because Lance was in Halloween 2 as well. He played the Boombox Boy, the Boombox character.
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah, it was huge. I'm making it bigger than it probably was, but you know what? It's still something. You're still part of Hollywood history. So.
What did you play?
Right.
No, he played the Boombox Boy in Halloween 2. He was like 13 years old or whatnot, or something like that.
God, I gotta go back and watch that now.
I'm serious.
Yeah. Me too.
Old Hollywood, man. It's the time of the year we're getting scary now. So
you get royalties?
No, because you know what? It was a no pay. It was a hey, who's going to do this? Well, I'm not sure. Well, how about Lance?
Extra.
Oh, okay.
Hey, where's Lance? Where's his son at? Bring him over here. Hurry up.
That's it.
What I kind of
that radio on his shoulder.
What I wonder is why they didn't do more with that character, because you could have been more the hero of the town with the character. Be like,
hey, I'm like one of the only survivors, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying you could have been the one that could have saved everybody from Michael and everything. I found a way, because you just never know. I mean, what about Corey Feldman and Friday the 13th? You could have been him. You could have been like that.
Oh boy!
Yeah. They could do a sequel now, and
Lance, I don't know. I'd rather might have wanted been dead. They might have remembered you a little bit more in the movie.
Did that with Chucky. They took the little boy, and when he was an adult, they made a sequel.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'd be listening to an iPod.
Well, Rob, we appreciate you coming on the show again for the second time. I mean, I give you a lot of shit, when you come see me at the casino, but I love you, and you are true. You are just like how I thought you would be, and just a genuine, great individual, regardless of how much crap we give each other sometimes. Because you're nice enough to hook us up, and now we get to go and have a fun trip to Bemidji on Saturday, and. It's I appreciate you more than you know. You've helped out this show more than you realize.
Well, thank you. And then I'm just, like I said, I'm just happy to be part of the show. And yeah, man, happy birthday. What I mean? You. So this could me giving you them tickets, it can help make your day a little bit better. You know what I mean? So
I
appreciate you too, man.
It's more like
tickets. What tickets?
Oh, we can't talk about that. Don't say nothing.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say no. Oh, did I spill the beans?
Yeah, you kind of did a little bit.
Oh man. Man. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway.
Never mind.
I bought him tickets so he could go to his own event.
He bought me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a good person.
Yeah.
He bought tickets so me and Johnny can come down and watch it.
That's right. Where can people find you if they want to know more about you?
You can check me out on Facebook at Rob Fairbanks or Res Report. You can check me on YouTube, my channel on Rob Fairbanks. I'm also on Instagram, Res Reporter, TikTok, Res Reporter as well. And you can, if you want to check out some of my merch, you can go to resreporter.com. That link will send you to if you want to shop online or whatever. So,
what do you have on there besides the Wiener Water soup shirts?
Well, we just got the shirts and the cozies, but I've sold out of cozies right now, so I'm reordering, and then I'm getting hoodies in. I'm excited about the hoodies.
Oh, okay.
Those are coming. Yeah, the hoodies are coming.
So. All right. Well, hey, we don't want to take up any more of your time, and I don't want to take up anybody else's time because we've only been out here for over 2.5 hours, most of us. So, yeah, Verdell, I tell you, he can talk. Anyway, no, he's a good guy. I love that guy. Well, we appreciate you, Rob, and thanks to my panel, Mama T, Screaming Sam, Lance,
Sorry,
Anthony,
I had to disappear.
Mad Dog, everybody. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next week. And thanks for all the birthday wishes. Yeah. See you next week. Next week's episode of Renegade Radio will be a little bit different than what we got what we got going on right now. So we'll see you guys next week, and thank you guys again for hanging out tonight.
Hit my music.
All right, bye-bye.